Won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Hey y'all, happy Monday. What up? Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Happy Monday. It is Monday. I hope y'all are doing well. It's a pretty day where I'm at. I hope it's a pretty day where you at. And y'all come on in and get the likes up on the video. Okay, shout out to everybody in the building. All right, hey, you there said Six Wall Domain in the building. What's up? Y'all come on in. We got a lot to discuss. Let me see. Before we get into anything, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, welcome to the, no, this ain't the dollhouse, but welcome to Voodoo Doll TV, okay? Yeah, somebody saying your soft coral pink. Yeah, I decided, it's Monday, it's spring. You know what I'm saying? We are in the actual new year. For those of you who do not know, the new year does not start in January. It is not on January 1st. It actually starts around this time. I want to say end of March, early April, beginning of time. So we are in the new year, my love. That's when all of the flowers start to bloom. That's when you know the new year. Honestly, we need to really start getting more, in tune with nature and following time through it, because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about how time has been off and people been feeling like they haven't gotten enough time in a day and it feels weird. People waking up 3 a.m. and taking naps. And I too almost took a nap the other day, and I never take naps. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, I believe that we should really start paying more attention to nature. That's what I believe. But anyways, come on in, get the likes up on the video. Happy Monday. This is the Morning Joce. Welcome to the Morning Joce. I am your host. Not your hoe, your host, okay? I am your host, Voodoo Doll TV. This is the Morning Joce, and we do this Monday through Friday. So y'all, if you're new, make sure y'all hit the like button, also subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I go live, because I normally go live around this time, okay? And also when I upload more content, because, I did some pre-recorded content on the Dollhouse yesterday, and I realized I got to get back to more pre-recorded content. And I keep saying it, but I don't keep doing it. And I was doing my documentaries, and I kind of got off of it, but I got to get back to it, okay? So anyways, like the video, subscribe so you'll know when I go live and upload content, because I will be putting more uploaded content on here, okay? Also, morning announcements are as follows, as we do every day. Make sure you guys are out there meditating, grounding, and praying. Now is the time more than ever to get back into the Most High. Y'all got to get back to him, because let me tell you something. We are in a heavy, deep spiritual warfare. Even with one of the topics we talking about today with the airport, that is a part of spiritual warfare. And if you are unaware and you're walking dead, like the show, hello, is this thing on? If you are unaware and you are walking dead like the TV show, then you won't be aware of what's going on, and you'll end up falling into the witchcraft. And that's what we're going to discuss today when we talk about this here airport, because this thing here wasn't on a mistake. This was done on purpose. But that's a whole other thing. We'll get into that. But I'm saying all that to say, y'all, we got to get back to grounding, meditating, praying, all of that stuff, because we got to get back to the Most High God. You all know him, especially if you melanated all over the world, Craig, not the city, not the country, but the world. If you have melanated in your skin, is that how you say it? But if your skin is melanated, you know the Most High, okay? You know God. You got to get back to him. That's why I'm here to tell y'all to get back to him. And that's what I do every day. So make sure you do that. Ground, meditate. I'm telling you, grounding is going to help with stress. It's going to help with a whole lot of other things. Ground. Get outside, put your feet to the soil. Get rid of your phones, your watches, your earbuds. Get rid of all of it. Just put your feet to the soil, okay? It's going to be lit. I'm telling you, it's going to work out. Anyways, grounding, meditating, praying. Also, genealogy. Y'all know we talk about that every single day. Make sure you guys are doing your genealogy. If y'all don't do anything else, Black America, it is imperative. The world is going to SHITs. And while it is doing that, we need to be doing, While it is doing that, we need to be doing genealogy, because we are in those biblical times that our mamas and grandmas always talked about. When they said, oh, we're going to be in the last days, and Jesus is coming back. Well, technically, sort of, kind of, they're right. But it ain't gonna be no clear man falling out of the sky who's a punk. Okay? So I need you guys to be aware of that as we get on into this system and where we at today. So please, y'all, get on into doing your genealogy, because while these clears are cracking each other on top of the head, no pun intended, we could be getting our things together so we could take our rightful places back at the throne, or whatever the case may be. So please, Black America, do your genealogy, okay? And if y'all don't know what genealogy is, Google it. I'm just playing. It's a family tree. Do it. You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me pin my link to the top of the chat. Also, shout out y'all. Y'all shout out Babe. Let me get a head up here. Shout out Babe. Y'all know Babe is the new wave. That's my line that I got. Black Americans versus everybody is the brand. I'm actually doing really good. Considering that I'm a small store, y'all really have been supporting the dog. Make sure y'all go up there and support if you can. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. For those of you who are not in YouTube, because I do stream on Twitch, Rumble, Facebook. So if y'all are not on YouTube, the link is voodoodolltvshop.com. That's voodoodolltvshop.com. I do have a store on Etsy, and I'm working on some other stuff too. But please, y'all, shop with the dog. Get you some merch. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, it's more of a mindset. This babe is the new wave. So make sure y'all support me and us, Black Americans versus everybody. Get you some gear, something that you go wear. You know what I'm saying? It's a very good conversation starter. Very good conversation starter. You should see the clears when they see my hat. They always do a double take. And I'm always, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know. I haven't gotten any tethers look yet. But the clears always, and I hit them with their thing. You ain't got to say nothing now. If you want to talk about it, come on over. Let's have the conversation. But I ain't going to sit up there and tongue wrestle with your body. You see it. I tip the head to them. All right. Y'all enjoy y'all flight. Enjoy y'all evening. All right. You feel what I'm saying? I do that. So I'm just saying, you know, that's just me. Everybody different. It is a conversation starter. I just hadn't had nobody bold enough to come say nothing yet. But anyway, I think it's dope though, because honestly, it's nothing to be separative, if that's the word. And I don't care if you take it like that. If you take it like that, then that's what it is. But that's not what it is about. But it is to separate, because Black Americans, we are our own entity. We are our own people. We have our own culture, our own language. We have our own land. So yeah, it ain't to be a separatist, but it is to separate. You get it? So get y'all merch. Babe is the new wave. Black Americans versus everybody, okay? All right, so y'all get out in the video. Like the live. Let's get in what we're talking about today. Atlanta airport portals. A lot of y'all have been seeing the headlines, and if you haven't, we're going to talk about it today. So ATL and New Orleans, and what is SFO? What airport is that? SFO. But I'm seeing a lot of airports across America that are backed up because of no TSA agents. And it is causing fights at the airports. It is causing all kind of mayhem. People are literally having to cancel their flights and find rental cars. People are finding bus tickets home. Oh, San Francisco, thank you. So San Francisco up there too. And let me say this, they're very strategic with the airports they're doing this with, but I'm going ahead of myself. But it's got all of the people in the uproar. People are in 6 to 8 hour lines to even get to security, not past it where you can get to the terminal. I'm talking about to get in the airport to security. Okay. But all of that is happening. People going crazy. Everything is going viral. ICE agents have been dispatched or deployed to these airports, and they really just chilling. I don't even know why they're there, but ICE agents are there. It's going viral, and I need you guys to understand, Black America, what is really going on. There are a lot of distractions for you, Black America. A lot. They don't have to distract no other group of people except you. Okay. Black Americans in Black America, I'm talking about in the United States, and also y'all Black Americans all over there, or the Black people of the Americas all over in South America, the Caribbean, the what do you call them people, the Afro-Latina people and all of that. Yeah, they need us to be wide asleep. Did I say wide asleep? They need us to be asleep. You get what I'm saying? And they need us to be distracted when we're woke. So that's what a lot of this is about. And we're going to discuss that because these portals, these portals are showing their hands. And we're going to start talking about that, okay? But that, we got to talk about Dr. Umar claiming the school going to be open in August of next year. Jada Pickett hates Will Smith. She says that she'll never live with him, and if he tries, she'll kill him. I'm just playing. She didn't say that, but that's what I got. She was talking about how she don't like him and she's not letting him live with her. Shaka Khan, the audio was released. It was her who told Mary J she couldn't sing. The Lion King songwriter, some broke African, is suing another broke African for saying that Lion King lyrics just mean, oh my God, there's a lion. And then these celebrities with these shampoo spirituality or these spiritual rituals that these celebrities are selling my people with these shampoos. We're going to discuss it because I need y'all to be aware. Bad enough, we got a windmill on the shampoo at the regular beauty store. Y'all really about to go give them people y'all heads? Y'all really about to go lend these celebrities y'all hair? Y'all a different kind of crazy. We gonna get into it, but get in here, get the likes up on the video, and let's get into a few things, y'all. Get the likes up. Hold on, let me drink some water. I hope y'all are doing well, y'all. I got up this morning, I walked. I did a little I uploaded some shorts, obviously, but I got up this morning, I walked. Oh, they say I'm talking too fast. I'm sorry, my love. I be having so much to say. To say I'm on here every day, I be having so much to say. Oh my gosh. It's just insanitary. You know what I mean? But no, I got up this morning, y'all. I took a walk. If y'all could do that in the morning, when I tell you it makes so much difference. You don't have to go run. You don't have to get up and go even feel like breaking a sweat. Especially in this spring weather, where when you wake up in the morning, it's not freezing, but it's not hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the perfect weather. If y'all get up in the morning, like when the sun get out about 8, 9 o'clock, and go walk around that block, I promise you it's going to make a huge difference. Ridiculous difference. Like, you wouldn't even be able to, you wouldn't even be able to understand it. Let's get into an honorable mention right quick. Get the likes up on the video and shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate each and every one of y'all and everybody who got some merch. I appreciate y'all. If y'all can too, please leave a review when you get your stuff. Simply Monique, thank you for the super chat, says, I love the Josephine Baker edges. You know, that's what I was going for. My hair look a mess. Yes, it does. I had put the foam. I got the good wrapping foam, and I had wrapped my head and got under the dryer for about 30, 45 minutes the other day, and my hair was fire. It was fire. It was wrapped. It was cute. And that was Sunday. Girl, Monday I took a shower and didn't wrap it up good, and that hair said bloop. So yeah, I look a mess, but I did say I could line my edges up because I'm trying to not wear the wig so often, y'all. Contrary to y'all belief, I never thought I'd prefer to not wear the wig. But I'm really trying not to wear the wig. I'm just trying to figure out with my hands in my head how I'm gonna navigate this thing on a day-to-day basis. Because I'm going to get my hair done Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my hair done Wednesday, but I know in between getting my hair done, I'm going to have to figure some stuff out, okay? So I'm trying to figure, we going through it together, y'all. Y'all help me out when you see me. If I come on here looking a mess, I'm not gonna get offended. Just tell me. I swear to God. I swear. Now, unless you come on here and say voodoo you with your ugly ass, you feel what I'm saying? Now, if you come on here and say something like that, then I'm gonna put you up here on the Summer Jam screen and call you everything but the child of God. Cause see, it's a way you do things. You see me? But if you drop down in the comment and be like, voodoo girl, you could do this, cause girl, I ain't gonna lie. The way you did that, it wasn't, I'm gonna be like, you know what? You right. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna take it. Just don't get on here voodoo with your lemon head ass. Bitch, you look a mess. Don't get on here voodoo, you look so bad. Cause you don't think I knew that? You don't think I knew that before I came on here? I don't need you to come on here in the comments and tell me that. You don't think I went back and looked on the live and saw I looked in a mess? I don't need you to remind me. Girl, it's a lot of lives I done went back and been like, ooh, girl. It's been a few. I done went back and looked and be like, "Voo girl, you got to stop. You got to put a little more effort in that fade." You feel? Anyways, come on in and get the likes up on the video. Come on in. Oh yeah, I'm gonna read one more super chat. Danielle Nakisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, "Hey Dr. Vu, I sent you an email about Mardi Gras Indians. The documentary Bug Jumping says they are paying homage to the Native Americans." I'm glad you brought that up because this is a subject that I've always thought about, but I'm about to put it on the Summer Jam screen since you brought it up. That documentary I've seen in the years past. I've seen that video, and it's about Chief, I forget his name. They got his statue up all over on the news. They did a whole big news story and all of that stuff. Let me just say this. I ain't going to say that chief sold the tribes out, but I'm going to say that the tribes were sold out. The story behind those chiefs, and for y'all who don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you. We talk about it all the time on the channel. We on the channel talk about this stuff all the time. But do y'all be seeing the Mardi Gras Indians? And I'm talking about it because she brought it up, and plus I've always wanted to talk about it. I just never thought about it. But y'all be seeing them Mardi Gras Indians online that be like masking. Matter of fact, I could show you one better. What's his name? Chief Wine. He had a real pretty one. Chief. Let me see. Yeah, Big Chief Wine Pardo. He had a real pretty one. I'm gonna show y'all. So just to kind of give y'all the backstory, and thank you for that super chat. I appreciate you. Just to kind of give y'all the backstory of what I'm talking about. So do y'all be seeing how, like the other night, they just had St. Joseph night, right? And on St. Joseph night, the Indians come out like this. So y'all be seeing how they be doing stuff like that. So around the time when they started calling the Indians black masking Indians, that was because, like all other situations in every single organization's Black America, this is why we speak about treason all the time. I tell y'all about treason. I know I joke and say we need to bring back the law of treason, but this is a very serious law because treason is what got us here. The enemy cannot infiltrate us unless somebody on the inside allows it or lets them. So this is what I believe. I haven't done the proper research to prove it, but this is what I believe in the downloads that I've gotten from what I've saw on those documentaries. So there's a documentary calling these Indians black masking Indians. And the story behind this story is that these Indians were paying homage to some quote unquote Native Americans for helping them through slavery. And this story has been repeated on the internet over and over and over again. Matter of fact, you'll even see Native Americans repeat that stuff, and there's not a Native American who could create a costume like it. So how could we pay homage to a group of people and do it better than them? It doesn't make sense. But the point I'm making is those tribes, though the story, the paper genocide was sold out from something or somebody from the inside. These are not black masking Indians. I'm sorry. These are not Mardi Gras Indians. They keep changing the names the same way they changed the name on us. Remember, we were Indian, then Negro, then black, then colored. You get it? African American. What they're doing is changing the name to create this paper genocide, but it was originally sold out by somebody inside to the enemy. And that's why the name continues to change. But they're not paying homage to any Native Americans because, first of all, there's no documented history of Native Americans in or around New Orleans or even Louisiana in a heavy number. You can't find it. When you do hear any type of historian or any sort of books of people who are writing these books, when they refer to the quote unquote Native Americans that they're talking about, if you research the people, you'll see that those quote unquote Native Americans are really black people, but they call them Indians. That's another form of paper genocide. You turn the black Indian into a Native American on paper. That confuses the black Indian, the black person, the Native American, and everybody else. But I'm saying all that to say, they're not black masking Indians. They're not Mardi Gras Indians. They are not paying homage to any Native Americans because a Native American could never, okay? I want to get that straight out there. And a lot of miseducation, or what do you call it? Misinformation and disinformation for sure has been spread, and it needs to be rectified. Now, shout out to the tribes. A lot of them dudes in the tribes know the truth. Some of them don't, because indoctrination works on all levels. So never forget that. But yeah, I just want to clear it up for y'all in the back. And I do plan on doing some work to get to the bottom of that here in the future, because that is a huge misconception. And y'all notice when it comes to our culture, remember, they've already deduced us down to this one weird word called black, right? And under that word, you don't find greatness because it just doesn't exude. The word itself doesn't describe anything great. It's just black. And when you do that, what they do is take away all of the greatness of our culture and say, because you're black, it can't come from you. That's why everything we have, oh, this must be Yoruba. Oh, this must be Native American. Oh, this must be South African, or this must be West African. It's all cap and it's all lies, okay? Culture, industry, everything you know to be civilization comes from here, from us. It doesn't come from Africa. As a matter of fact, the world was populated on this side first, but that's a whole nother story. I'm saying all that to say it's all a part of that genocide that they want you to believe. So please, we are the greatest people on this earth, and we are everything that they said we ain't, okay? Now let's move on. I want to get into this video with Mace. So Mace does a video. This is an honorable mention. Mace does this video where he wants to hold Puff accountable. According to Mace, he says that the people who were around Puff when he was doing all these things should be held accountable, y'all. Let's get into Mace describe or talk why he believes that the people who was around Puff should be held accountable and why he believes he should be excluded.
I think Puff could have been better if people held him accountable. I'm more upset with the people than I am with Puff because nobody held him accountable. Everybody let him run amok for what they needed from him. So like right now, it's a good thing to kick him while he's down. I'm not going to kick him when he's down. I'm just saying my experience. Nobody held him accountable. And when I say nobody, I mean nobody. Yeah. So everybody that be talking, I think they're all, how could I say it? Not accomplices, but they're responsible too, because they let it happen. So when I would say stuff, they would protect the situation against me. When he says something, they protect the situation against him. So then when this all goes wrong, nobody should really be on TV saying anything. That's why when people are quiet, what could they really say? They all helped. They all helped. Even niggas who be complaining, they were accomplices because they were there. They actually was guarding the nigga while he was doing it. So if I'm guarding you while you're doing it, I'm a part of it. You heard it from Mace. Everybody was a part of it. Yeah. I really appreciate the opportunity to make music. But when we got into this to make music, we didn't think niggas was going to die. We didn't think people were being raped. We didn't think people were being sodomized. We didn't think because I think we make light of what's really happening. Yeah. Really 7 niggas died. Yeah. Right? A total of more than 10 died. So I think when he says compassion, what is the compassion for? I think Puff could have been better if people held him accountable. I'm more.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mace did make a few points. Number one, the people around him should be held accountable. I talked about that during the trial when everybody was laser focused on that slut bucket y'all call a victim, Cassie, and I said what I said because she was out there passing out the hurt too. Don't care. While y'all was out there defending that slut bucket, Cassie, whatever her name is, I told y'all that it is a collective effort. I said that while everybody's so laser focused on Diddy, they're creating a whole nother Diddy right now with the new system because nobody wants to attack the system. I said that all the security guards should be held accountable. I said Cassie should be held accountable. The assistant, the friends, the other artists, all them people. I said it. I know what I said. I was there when I said it. And in that list included Mace. But again, we get so caught up in propaganda with them pushing Cassie in front of our face where we couldn't see the forest for the trees. I told y'all, as a matter of fact, while Diddy was at trial for his freak off, they probably was having a freak off around the corner with another system. Because until you tackle the system, it's going to continue to work. I also said this about Robert Kelly. When Sparkle and all of them got on the internet and on the interviews talking about how they witnessed this, and Sparkle said she saw the door fly open with him and Aaliyah in the bed, did I not come on the internet and say, so we just gonna let Sparkle slide? Did I not say that everybody that was on the documentary should be held accountable too? I know what I said. I was there when I said it. I know I said that. So that part I will agree with Mace. But you fall in the category because I get it, and I know people gonna say no voodoo because Mace did blast Puffy after things wasn't working out with his record and his deal. But as long as he was acting a buffoon on side of Diddy, dancing like a goddamn character. A caricature, he was fine. As long as he was Diddy bopping next to Diddy, I was there, girl. As long as he was Diddy bopping next to Diddy, and they was Diddy bopping together in shiny suits, it was cool. It wasn't until the deal went bad for Mace, and he tried to go get signed with with Fifth and all of that. That's when he turned around and went to be a pastor. Mace, I'm not about to let you do it. I'm not about to let you do it. I'm not about to let no nigga with a bold line and get on here and do that. Refuse. Your lining don't allow you that sort of permission. It just don't. Mace, go lay down. Yes, you came out and exposed Puff, but it was at your convenience. Just like you said, Mace, everybody was cool with it when it worked for them. Just like you. You was cool with it when it worked for you until it didn't work for you. Then you want to come on here and drag for Puff. Go lay. Go find Brandy and both of y'all lay. How about that? I don't want to hear. I just hate when people get convenient amnesia. And you know what convenient amnesia is? Lies. Because how dare you? How dare you? Girl, I couldn't believe I saw Mace fronting his lips. Fixing his lips to say anything. You feel what I'm saying? I couldn't believe my eyes. Now let's move on. Did y'all see they had a plane crashed at the airport at these portals? Hello? Did y'all see a plane crashed at the airport? It says New York LaGuardia Airport temporarily shut down after plane crash kills 2 pilots and leaves 41 people hospitalized. Air traffic controller says he messed up. Not the air traffic controller, honey. Baby, you supposed to go to jail. It says, this is so sad. A crash at LaGuardia Airport on Sunday left 2 pilots dead and 41 people injured, causing a temporary shutdown amid already growing chaos surrounding airports right now. The incident involved an Air Canada flight that had just arrived with 72 passengers and 4 crew members. It says, as the plane showed on the runway, it collided with a Port Authority rescue vehicle responding to another situation. there was seemingly an issue with the communication breakdown in the control tower. Audio recordings revealed an air traffic controller initially told the vehicle to cross the runway, then quickly tried to take back the instruction. What? On the recording, the controller admitted, "I messed up." Following the crash, the Federal Aviation Administration halted all flights at the airport while authorities began investigating the sequence of events. Child, let's get into this.
Morning, a jarring and fatal collision at New York's LaGuardia Airport. The front of an Air Canada regional jet mangled. The plane tilted up after it crashed with a Port Authority fire truck upon landing Sunday night just before 11:40 p.m., killing the pilot and co-pilot.
Initial numbers indicate that 41 passengers and crew were transported to the hospital. We understand that 32 have been released, but there are also serious injuries. Sadly, the 2 pilots are confirmed deceased, and notifications are being made by Air Canada's care team at this time.
Air traffic controllers appearing to give a Truck 1 clearance to go.
Truck 1 and company LaGuardia Tower requesting to cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and company cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and company crossing 4 at Delta.
Before then issuing this command.
Stop. Truck 1, stop.
Emergency crews swarming to the scene, helping passengers evacuate the damaged jet. The aircraft, operated by Air Canada's regional partner Jazz Aviation, flying from Montreal, was carrying 4 crew members and 72 passengers, including 1 unaccompanied minor. Authorities say the plane struck a vehicle headed to provide support to another plane. The major national airport temporarily shut down.
There's been an incident on the field. The airport's closed right now.
As several agencies now investigate how the runway crash could have happened.
This is a very rare occurrence. Rarely do you see airplanes collide with vehicles during the landing rollout.
Hello?
These ground vehicles had lights on them. They're listening to the control tower. They're getting permission to cross the runway.
Now, the earliest LaGuardia Airport could reopen today would be 2 p.m. local time. 500 plus flights have already been canceled. There are also 2 officials familiar with the matter who said that the responding police from the Port Authority guys found a flight attendant strapped in her jump seat outside of the aircraft. We do not have an update on her condition this morning. Craig and Hoda, back to you.
Wow. All right. Sam Brock for us there at LaGuardia. Sam, thank you. For more on the collision.
This morning, a jar.
Something on here in the milk ain't clean. If you understand the way air traffic control works, the way taxiing works, the way vehicles going in and out of airport work, and even the way pilots deal and manage and communicate with not only the tower, which is air traffic control, but even they can, hear at least communication with the people on the ground. How? You heard the man say this is extremely rare. That's damn near impossible, girl, to do on mistake. Let me add that in. This is damn near impossible to do this on mistake. Something in the milk ain't clean here. Remember, the other airports are heavy in the news. The other airports are heavy in the news right now for all of these delays. Now, here it is. Remember, we had a whole wave of airport situations. What it was last year, right before around the election. Remember, all of that crap was going on at the airport, planes falling out the sky, people colliding and all of that stuff. Here we go. Back again. Chaos at these portals. Chaos at these portals. And let me tell you something, the way this game works. Remember the old saying, it's chess, not checkers. In the game of chess, casualties of war is expected. If this was chess, everybody at that airport, I don't give a damn how important you are, everybody at that airport would be the pawn piece. That's the dispensable. That's the toy soldiers. So if this is chess, not checkers, they don't mind doing something like this and killing some 40 people, 100 people, or 5 people. They don't care. It's chess, not checkers. I need y'all to understand it. Something in the milk ain't. This is damn near impossible to do on mistake, is what I'm saying. Damn near impossible. And how the hell did the flight attendant come out the plane strapped in the seat? This sounds like some movie stuff. Also, let me add this. The way FAH worked, FHA, and those types of jobs work, that person who said, oops, I messed up, he will be tried and convicted of murder. So how many people died? However many people died, he's going to be convicted of murder. Injured. However many people were injured, 41 people, he's going to be convicted for all of those people being injured. Put a 3 in the chat if you remember that movie Flight that Denzel played in. Put a 3 in the chat if you remember that movie Flight. The reason why Denzel got in so much trouble, not even because he saved so many people, because anybody that got hurt and died, you automatically go to jail. You don't pass go. You don't collect $200. What typically is supposed to happen, they're supposed to stop the whole airport, seize the whole air traffic control. I'm talking about lock it down immediately. Shut it down. Can't nobody come in or out. They're supposed to go clean, swim through that whole shit, go through all the records, pull up all of the audio. They're supposed to do an extensive investigation, and whoever that was, and anybody, not just him, his supervisor, whoever else was working in that area, you're going to jail. And it's not up for debate. It's not, well, wait, let me get my, no, you go out in handcuffs, fat. That's how important these jobs are. That's why I say something in the milk on this whole thing ain't clean. Hell, they was even about to take Denzel to jail in the movie. How this motherfucker just get to say, oops, my bad, I made a mistake. What? Something in the milk ain't clean, y'all. These distractions, and they not, listen, let me tell you something. The enemy don't do nothing for one purpose. So even if you see a distraction, there's 10 other purposes other than the distraction, okay? There's 10, 15, 20 other purposes, other than the distraction. The distraction is just the loudest thing about this thing. But there's 59 other things happening here too. Be mindful of this. But something in the milk ain't clean. Let me tell y'all something, Black America. Digest it, but do not let it digest you. What do I mean by that? Y'all be reading this stuff on the internet. I don't care if it's celebrity gossip. I don't care if it's the Epstein files. I don't care what it is. You, Black America, need to stay grounded, because those things are put in play just for you to lose your energy and put it toward that. So please, learn the stuff. Be aware about what's going on around you. Don't be foolish and say, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Ignorance is not an excuse to lose your life, okay? So be aware of what's going around you. Just don't let it pull you in. Don't let it pull you in energetically to where it's affecting you. You thinking about this stuff. Oh my God. Like, even if you got a trip coming, child, look, sometimes not going might be the thing saving your life, okay? I don't give a damn if this is a vacation and you feel like, Lord, I'm supposed to fly out. Sometimes that might be God and the ancestors holding you back from something. It ain't for us to always understand right off the cuff, because the way the universe and the ancestors and the Most High work, they work in energy, and most of us can't read it, okay? So please don't get distracted so much by this stuff. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Now, we talked about this the other day. I just want to bring it up a bit today. This is another honorable mention, then we getting on to the show. Boosie badass. Boosie boo. Now, y'all know Boosie is under hot water. Did I talk about it on this channel, or was it the Dollhouse? I'm going to just give y'all little cliff notes. Boosie is in hot water because Boosie has been exposed by 2 different young ladies here in the recent week or so. One young lady said that, one young lady was a psychopath, but even still, she called CPS on him and said that they was over there doing some nefarious stuff. He came on the internet, offered $1,000 for her information. Then he came back again, the very same night or the next day, another young lady came out and said when she was 5 years old, Boosie dated her mama, and according to her, he RAPE'd her when she was 5. Now, the girl, according to her, said she was going to come back with more tea. She said, but she's been contacted by a lawyer, and according to her, they're going to, quote-unquote, reopen the case. That would mean the case was somewhere before, but I don't know. Boosie responds to this thing instead of just unequivocally coming out saying this is not true, this is all a lie, I don't know who making this up, this is an attack. Instead of him just proving that he's not guilty, Boosie has been going all around the world to do everything but it. Boosie has offered up to $1,000, well, from $1,000 to $5,000 for people to get this girl information. And it wasn't for him to get the information. It really was for him to dox the girl and get his fans to go over there and bully her to stop coming on the internet and say it. Let's really talk about it, okay? But anyway, he wanted to get the girl information. He found something about her, said she beat her kids and broke one of the kids' ribs or something like that. I don't know. And people in New Orleans who do the blogs were talking about it. This dude, OG Murder, like I told y'all on the Dollhouse, I got a whole little segment on it from last night. Go check it out, the Dollhouse Reacts. I do other content over there that's more pop culture. But OG Murder, a dude from New Orleans, he did a video where he was basically saying, he's a content creator on YouTube and Instagram and everything. Y'all check him out if you can. But he basically commented on the situation and said that he don't know what to do. He liked Boosie, but he don't know where to believe because he don't want to believe the girl and not believe Boosie or vice versa and be wrong. So he just said he gonna sit it out. Boosie didn't like that. Not only did he not like that, because Mia X dropped down in the comments and agreed with OG Murder, Boosie didn't like that neither. So Boosie made a video responding to them. That's where we are now. And I want to play that for y'all. And then after that, I want to play OG Murder, who's the guy he's responding to. I want to play his response to Boosie's response. Now, let me just say this. Boosie looks very guilty. The more time goes by with this stuff, I'm not going to lie. Originally, when I first heard it, I immediately said this is an attack on Boosie. Not saying that I thought the girl was lying for show, but I ain't gonna lie, it kind of popped up like because it was too convenient. I said, this is an attack. But on my soul, from the moment those words left them lips and Boosie came out here and started talking, I've been believing this girl more and more and more and more and more. We gonna get into it. Let's get into Boosie with this whole situation, y'all. Get the likes up. Now, he's responding to OG Murder saying he don't know who to believe. Mind you, like OG Murder, he don't know you in real life. All he know you is Boosie. But Boosie wants him to have blind loyalty. Check it out.
Yeah, brother, nigga said, first he said, if somebody lying, they need to go to jail. But R. Kelly, well, I ain't believe R. Kelly did it and he did it. So I can't woo the woo. Then Mia come under there like, you right, OG Murder. Come on, bro. That shit hurt my feelings with Mia, bro. Like, come on, man. How bad I've been on trying to do a song with her, bro. We good. I'm straight. First, he started off with, if somebody lying on you, they need to go to jail. Then he skipped to, I don't know what to believe. Don't say nobody was defending me. That's what podcasts do on his Instagram. Now, he started off with, if a bitch lying, she need to go to jail. Then he flipped to, because I don't know what to believe. I ain't believe R. Kelly did it, but he did it. So what is you saying? You don't know what to believe. Mia come under there and say, you right, Murder, you right.
All right. I want to play OG Murder responds to Boosie, because again, Boosie wants people to just, let me stop sharing this so I can show y'all something. Boosie wants people to blindly take his side. Boosie don't want you to ask no questions. Boosie wants to use his currency as Boosie Badass to be able to tell y'all, you see what I'm saying? Or to get y'all to just automatically say it can't be true. But that's just not the case. It don't go like that. That man don't know Boosie in real life, but that's the politics in the industry. That's what they do, and even on social media. Them people link up with each other and they will lie for each other without knowing them. Let me tell you how I go. This is what it would have been in the past, and this is why I love this wave of content creators. This is why I love this wave of content creators. Even on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Twitter, everywhere. The new wave of content creators, we don't care about your celebrity, and we don't care about big content creators. And we will call you out when you're down bad. Not only that, if we see something we don't like, we're going to say it unapologetically. And these celebrities and content creators who are so used to using their currency, their social currency, to get away with stuff, they can't take it. They can't hack it. Because in the past, another content creator would have saw that it was Boosie and would have automatically been like, no, Boosie would have never done that. I know Boosie, and would have been lying down. And they would have only been doing it to get closer to Boosie. But this new wave of content creators, like I said, on all platforms, we don't care. We do not care about your celebrity. We do not care how many followers you got. We don't care how many albums you sold. We don't care how many subscribers you got. If you're down bad, we gonna say it. And if we don't like it, we gonna call it out. And we not about to just be blindly taking your side. So shout out to OG Murder. Let's get into OG Murder responding to Boosie.
Boosie, you're wrong. You're wrong as a nigga just come home hustling on parole. Bitch, you're wrong as a stud in the boys' bathroom. Make this make sense, dog. You putting out false accusations on me and Mia X making false accusations. What the fuck? How the fuck you get mad at a nigga for being fair? They got motherfucking people covering this story calling you guilty, my nigga. You said that I said if the girl was lying, she should go to jail, right? But then you said I said, I ain't believe R. Kelly would do no shit like that. And he did. Now what that mean? What you mean what it mean? It mean I don't know you, nigga. I don't know you good enough to say what you would and what you wouldn't do. Now, I like you as a person. I like your music. Yeah, I wouldn't believe you would do no shit like that. You coming at a nigga who think you an innocent man. You get mad at Mia X agreeing with what I'm saying. If the girl fucking lying, then her ass should be arrested. If your ass did this shit, then you should be arrested. How can you get mad with that, bruh? That's a neutral stance, my nigga. Now, if you ask me my opinion, that's different. You want a nigga to jump out there and just be on your side and say, Boosie ain't do this, Boosie ain't do that. Yeah, I could feel like that, but I can't just come out here and say that, because if I'm wrong, I could be victim shaming. So I got to protect myself from that. So what I told people is, stay your ass neutral and just let the story play out. I'm not calling Boosie a predator. I'm not calling her a liar. I'm staying in the middle. Now, my personal beliefs is my personal beliefs. I don't think you did the shit, but you flat out wrong for coming at me and Mia X like that, dog. I don't know if your brain kind of clouded from all this shit, dog, or what. Or maybe you just trying to get into it with me because somebody you call your brother, I don't fuck with, because it ain't making sense to me.
For those of you who don't know who he's talking about, so OG Murder is beefing with BG from the Hot Boys. Yes, Jizzle. OG Murder and Jizzle used to be cool. They from the same hood uptown. Somehow when Jizzle got out of jail, things went left and they beefing. I'm not getting into the details of that, but Jizzle, BG, and Boosie are like this. So now OG Murder feel like you really attacking me because I don't rock with your partner, which is BG from the Hot Boys.
Hey, nigga, how the fuck you gonna get mad at me for being fair? I don't know you. Just because I set it off don't mean I can fucking judge your character. I don't know how you treat people. I don't know how you is with your woman. I don't know nothing about you except for the fucking music you put out and what I see on the internet. Like, how the fuck I'ma just come out here and say what you won't do? Shit, I ain't think them niggas in the Epstein files would do the shit that they did. I don't know you niggas. Y'all niggas be Hollywood. I don't know. Y'all take rituals and shit. I don't know what you niggas be into. For real, I will hope that you not into nothing, but I can't just come out here and put my head on the chopping block to that shit. You acting like I'm one of your everyday niggas or something. I don't know what you do, and I don't fucking bad, bro. Point blank, period. I was telling people to cover your fucking story carefully so nobody don't get sued. So when I was saying that, I was letting people know the reason why you shouldn't take sides in the situation. What if you take her side and she wrong? Everybody gonna be calling you a predator and it come out that she fucking lying. She should go to jail. But what if we on your side and you fucking wrong, you heard me? And everybody saying she lying and you fucking around and be a fucking late show strangler or something. Boosie, you're wrong. You're wrong.
That nigga said you fucking around to be a lake show strangler. Nigga said we be done took Boosie's side, Turns out he a whole serial killer, not a lake show strangler. But he ain't lying though. We don't know these niggas. We do not know these celebrities. We do not know these niggas. We don't. So why would I come on the internet and jump out the window like, They would never. I don't know what the people got going on. I don't know the people. But again, when you got a group of content creators who ain't thirsty for the limelight and don't care about going through the gate, it hit different. And Boosie don't like that people look that he looked guilty. But this is the worst part. The girl didn't even make Boosie look guilty. Boosie made Boosie look guilty. That's the worst part. Of all the things the girl said, the girl didn't make Boosie look guilty. Boosie made Boosie look guilty. And shout out to OG Murder for standing his ground. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, I want to share this video with y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. There was this girl on on TikTok. I hope I like this video. Let me see if let me see. But there was this girl on TikTok who had did a video, and basically what she said was Boosie's fighting spiritual warfare. Yeah, here you go, and his time is up. Let me show y'all this video, because this girl, it's almost like it made sense, because I told y'all it was Boosie's karma, and it is. But this girl really put it in perspective. Check it out.
Boosie is drowning in spiritual debt. So this situation was drummed up so that he can gain more energy in the spiritual and buy himself more time, which unfortunately he won't be able to do. So whatever this is that's going on, it will be in vain. It's a temporary fix, but you can't plug a hole that is the size that's bigger than what you can plug, if that makes sense. He's too far deep in what he's got going on, and it is what it is. He's trying to buy himself more time. He's trying to give himself more energy, and it's not going to work, especially because I'm clocking it. I'm clocking it with my spirit team, and my ancestors have given me insight on that situation because it felt very odd to me. The response videos felt very odd to me, and what is being downloaded to me is that women coming out after all these years and accusing men of doing things is always a very sensitive topic. It is always a great way to cause extreme polarity, because you have people say, why come out after all these years and say something? Oh, you just trying to tear me down. When he told on himself, when he made that first video, he told on himself when he made that first video. I immediately clocked the energy and I said, this is all a lie. And not her lying on him to drag him down, but it's just all a lie in general. And what he's doing will not work. And I'm sick of the foolery and the outlandish schemes these motherfuckers are doing. Y'all, time is up. And my spirits also just downloaded to me the reason that it's not going to work, and he actually really crossed himself up really, really bad doing this, is because of the way that it was done. What they're kind of saying is like the topic of discussion. They decided to dig really deep and dig really low, thinking that it was going to stir up like a bunch of big old drama, but it is being thwarted as we speak. And that's probably why they're having me make this video, because I'm laying in the bed in my bonnet and I don't want to come on camera in my bonnet anymore. I told myself, but I have to make this message and I have to speak on this energy because I'm being instructed to. I'm really tired of these celebrities, and I'm really tired of the shit that they do. Your time is up. You've signed these contracts and you've done what you've done to get where you're at. And those are choices that you make and that you will have to answer to. When you make a deal with the devil, you always play and lose. The house always wins.
Facts.
The house always wins, okay? You sold your soul. Now lay down in the bed that you've made. All right? That's all.
So the way I understood her video was she was basically saying that the whole bit is a lie. Like basically it's all staged for us to give our energy toward it, because you gotta, if you understand true energy harvesting and how these celebrities are able to maintain not just financially but spiritually, energetically, if you understand that, then all of this would make sense. But she's saying that what he's trying to do is just have these last grabs at energy harvesting, but it ain't gonna work, because basically it's his karma. Like I was telling y'all the other day, he's here. Blueface is at his karma, Rockhead is getting hers. A lot of people you're seeing in real life and on the internet are meeting their karma, okay? And they can't escape it. There's nothing they're going to be able to do about it. But I thought that was a very interesting take. And I thought that there's a lot of truth to it, because I'm just sitting up here saying, like, something about this whole thing is all jacked up. And again, the reason why the story to me wasn't far-fetched, not because I don't think Boosie's a good person, he wouldn't do it. It was really simply because I understand a lot of the rituals that these people have to do or to get into the industry. Okay. And the ones who commit these rituals, and they end up being really big, but a lot of the rituals involve children. Okay. So anyways, either way, I don't know if he did it. I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. But we'll talk about it if it come back up. Now, I want to get into Baldhead Jada, the alien. Jada Pinkett finds another way to disrespect Will Smith. You know, at this point in time, I'm starting to believe Will Smith got a little bit of Peter Bird, or he's been a punk from day one. Either way, there's something that we see in Will that's so sexy and appealing that's fake. We've been played, man. There's a big, huge wool that has been pulled over our eyes by Will. And I think that we've been looking at this thing all wrong. See, we've been looking at it like Jada is she's just a bald head thun who's ungrateful to have that fine ass man. That's how we all been thinking. I know, because I was thinking like that too. But you know, the more and more Jada come out here to tell us she hate this nigga, I'm starting to realize maybe Will is the problem. Because remember, Jada never wanted to marry Will. Don't make me go pull the receipts. Jada said at the Red Table Talk that she did not want to marry Will. She said she cried before the wedding. She did not want to be with this nigga. So now my second question is, who made her be with him? Now that's another question. Hello? Now we going conspiracy theory, because if you didn't want to do it, then why'd you do it? Who made you do it? Okay? But look, I'm really starting to think that we've been sold a dream about Will Smith, that this whole sex symbol, handsome, good guy is an image, and he's really probably a skeezer, slumbag, lame-ass, Lil Petey Bird punk. You feel me? He probably is nothing like we think he is. I really think, and even though Baldhead Jada get on my nerves, you feel what I'm saying? And even though I feel like Baldhead Jada deserves everything she gets, she's been a slut since she was about 2. Her words, not mine. That was her talking about she was watching porn at 2. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Anyways, she's been a slut since she come out the womb. She does deserve this. I'm not taking that away from her. However, I'm starting to be of the belief that it's not her for real. It's him. It's him, man. It's him. So anyway, she's on another book tour to tell us how much she hates this nigga. So according to Jada Pinkett Smith, she said that she don't live with him and he'll never live with her. Do you hear me? She said she'll think about it, but he ain't living with her. Jada Pinkett Smith gets real about enjoying her independence and what the future might look like with Will Smith. She shared, quote, and you know, but right now I really do enjoy my space. You know, I've been living. I'm alone. I'm gonna let her say it because it's too many us. It says, yeah, and so having this time I have had myself, I've been to myself, has been fantastic. She says, just get to know you, even to have my house exactly how I want it. I don't have to like, well, what color do you want this wall? You know what I mean? Can I just do it? She says, when asked about rebuilding their life together, she said, we don't know yet. She says, you'll build that, we'll build this. It'll be something. Sounds like she's focused on growth space and redefining things on her own terms. What do you think? Should couples have time apart to grow apart, stay together through it all, drop your thoughts. Now, let me just say this. Two things could be true at one time. I think some couples don't need to live together. Honestly, I wouldn't mind being with a man that we don't live together neither. I ain't gonna hold you. I like it like that. I like coming home by myself sometimes, you know. Don't get me. I would like to be with a man. I would like to get married and have a husband and whatnot. But if he ever said one day, babe, you want to live, you know, have our own little 1, 2, yin, yin, I probably wouldn't be too bad off of that. But anyways, that is a true statement, but I don't think that's the situation here. Jada never wanted to marry Will from the moment she met this nigga. Jada obviously knows so much more about this nigga than we do. And I know she wanted Pac. That was one other variable, but I think it's deeper than her wanting Pac. She knows something about this nigga that we don't know. Now, if I had to guess, because I don't know it to be truth. I just know that Philly is called the city of brotherly love. And this picture right here would make any woman turn around and say, wait a minute, are we sure? You see what I'm saying? Because it's very hard. This is just me. I don't know. I'm not from Philly. Where I'm from, the children have dreams and nightmares. They don't do that in Philly. But I'm just saying, this is just for me. If I had a man who was a sex symbol and he was the bee's knees, I'm just saying. And then all of a sudden, somebody pull up on me and be like, girl, this your nigga. And then they pull this picture out. I ain't gonna lie. It'll kind of taint the way my coochie flows. Does that make sense? So I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe, just maybe, Jada is the bitch that we thought she was, but maybe, just maybe, she ain't all the way wrong. I don't know. Let's get into her. Tell us how much she hates this nigga.
Y'all living together?
It's just this beautiful connection. We will.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Not right now.
But you will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why do you say that with such
clarity?
Because that's what it's going to be.
That's where it's headed.
Yeah.
And you both are on that page.
Yeah. And, but right now, I really do enjoy my space.
Yeah.
I've been living
alone.
I am my mother's only child.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so having this time that I've had to myself has been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get to know me, even to have my house exactly how I want it. I don't have to be like, well, what color do you want this wall?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can just do it.
You're the chooser.
I'm the chooser.
You're the chooser.
Right.
So when you imagine your life back together, because I'm sure you've seen it, how does that look to you?
We don't know yet.
You'll build that.
We'll build that. And it'll be something new.
So are y'all living together?
It's just this beautiful connection.
That whole Jada is a clone, bitch. I don't even know who that is at this point. Jada, please. Okay? Jada hates this nigga. She hates him. Yeah, she hates everything about him. And the fact that she sat on here and stuttered through all of these lies, it really took me for a loop because Jada really hates everything about this nigga. Oh, when are y'all gonna move it? On a day, it'll be a sunny day. At one point in time, we'll think about it. We'll dream about it. One day, after I call him, she hates this nigga. Tell us, Jada, because see, Jada done told her she done played in this booty, but that's not enough. What do you hate about this nigga? What do we not know? I'm telling you, I think one of the biggest tricks that Hollywood has pulled is Will Smith. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. I think I'm just early. I think that there's a huge mask that has been pulled over the Will Smith character that we know. I think that there's something very sinister under this mask that if we ever found out about it, we would literally hate this nigga. Like Jada, like baldhead Jada. I believe that. Yes, I do. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. There's something in the milk ain't clean about Jada. About Will and Jada. That girl spent the whole red table talk to tell us how much she hates this nigga. And you know how crazy the industry is? I've told y'all this before, and if you haven't heard it, you'll hear it again. The industry is crazy enough to turn a little black boy white because they knew that he would have the power and influence over the entire world. And they just couldn't fathom a dark-skinned bell pepper nose nigga having that sort of reign over the world. Who's this little boy you talking about, Voodoo? Michael Jackson. They literally cut his nose off and turned him white because they knew that he was the second coming to Jesus. Listen, I don't mean that he was a Jesus Christ follower. What I'm telling you is the influence that Michael Jackson had, they couldn't fathom a dark-skinned, bell pepper nose nigga being the face of that. So what did they do? Turned him white, cut his nose off, chopped up his face. They'd rather make him the color of loose leaf paper than to have him to look like me, being the face of the motherfucker who run the world. It ain't about no Pepsi commercial. I told you, everything the enemy does has 11 different reasons why they doing it. It ain't had nothing to do with no Pepsi commercial. It ain't had nothing to do with no vitiligo. It ain't had nothing to do with none of that. Them people saw that this man had the influence that Jesus Christ, the only other character in our known history. I need y'all to understand what I'm saying. The only other character in the world history, both fantasy and real life, was Jesus Christ, that had that level of influence over the entire world. That he's the only other character, real or fake, rather you believe he's real or fake, he's the only other character, real or fake, that literally had that energy and that possession over the world. They refused to let a bell pepper nose nigga look like that and do that. That's why they turned him into a clear woman. It wasn't about Pepsi. It wasn't about vitiligo. It was about control. It was about the enemy understanding that psychologically, if young black boys see this bell pepper nose nigga running the world, then another young black boy might think he can get his bell pepper nose up there and run the world. Hell no. We got to make his image so far-fetched from the rest of these niggers that they'll never even fathom that being them. You get it? Psychological warfare. That's what they call it. Psychological warfare. Look it up. Somebody dropped stranger in Moscow. Hello? Hello? Don't get me to start. That's a whole Rumble deep dive there. And gave him 3 white shirts. Don't get me started now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they made him have to live his life out like that on purpose. They made him have to live his life out like that because they refused to have that imagery be put out there. That's why you think they turned Jesus white. You think they're going to let Michael Jackson come back and be the Jesus that they turned white? No. No, God, no. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Like the video, please, and thank you. I appreciate each and everybody in the building. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you so much for the super chat. Says the prophecy says Jesus Christ is coming back, which is really Christ Sophia. Facts, aka wisdom coming back. Facts. Black Americans waking up is the coming of Christ. And let me add this to you too. Y'all remember the video when y'all get off of here? I'm about to add 2 and 2 together for y'all, and it's gonna make 4. I talked about it on this channel before. Show you how Michael Jackson was a prophet. Michael Jackson in the movie, in the music video, what's that music video where he be walking in? What about it? What about? Whatever that song is, the Earth song. In the Earth song, the Earth is dying. I need y'all to go look up this video when we get off the chat because this is going to tie all of this in. Black America, this is for you. We talked about this before. In the Earth song, Michael Jackson, if you pay attention to the video, you don't even have to listen to the lyrics. Pay attention to the video. The earth is dying, and all over the earth, in order for the earth to repair, the melanated people in every corner of the earth has to wake up. But the earth doesn't fully repair itself until Michael Jackson, which is the representation of Black Americans, I need y'all to pay attention. The earth doesn't fully repair itself right now. So basically in the video, you'll have somebody in South Africa, they touch the earth and they'll repair their little piece. Then they'll have somebody in Australia, a black person over there, they'll repair their little piece. But it's not until Michael Jackson, y'all remember this part went viral on TikTok when he was holding on to the 2 trees and he was going, Y'all put a 3 in the chat. When he does that and holds on to the two trees, if you pay attention to the music video, you see the earth literally repairs itself. And only then, only when Michael Jackson, everybody else was doing their part around the world, but it was only when Michael Jackson touched the two trees that all of those branches connected and it repaired the world. Immediately I knew that was symbolism that Black America needs to wake up. All the other nations are going to wake up, but nothing is going to move until we wake up first. That's why every day I come on here and tell y'all, ground, do your genealogy, pray and meditate, because we got to wake up, because we going to be the glue that fixed this whole thing. Okay. So please, yeah, I'm just putting the 2 and 2 together. Now it's making 4. Go do the research on everything that I said. I just made the 2 and 2 be 4. Okay. Now let's move on. Oh no, I want to read one more super chat. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat. Says Christ Sophia reunion is Black man and Black woman union. Facts. And that's another reason why they continue to make sure that we don't unify. Okay. Thank you. Meek Mills, thank you for the super chat. Says Boo in chat. Wish MLK a happy birthday. Oh, Meek, a happy birthday. Today my birthday, March 23rd, 83. Love you down, Acorns. On my way to the happiest place on earth. Happy birthday, Meek Mills. Happy birthday, beautiful. Y'all drop some cakes in the chat for my girl, Meek Mills. Happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day, month, year, week. Everything and anything you desire, I hope you get it. Happy birthday, beautiful. I appreciate you. And enjoy your time at the happiest place on earth. K1820, thank you for the super chat. Says, Boo, did you hear about the Grape Festival in Nigeria? No. Send it to me, honey. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says, there's too many stories of celebrities doing weird things for people to blindly trust any of them. The file said they're literally eating babies, because they are. And that's another thing. When we start the Rumble back, y'all, we going back and over and look over that book from the Shy Lights. We did a deep dive on Rumble a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, where we was digging into the Shy Lights. The son of the Shy Lights spoke about rituals that he said he took part in. Well, nope. He said that his sister was R-worded when she was 5. At a ritual, at this ritual were the Shy Lights, the members of the Shy Lights. He said Joe Jackson and the Jackson 5, Michael included, at the time they were children. That was a whole Rumble game. He said that in that ritual, not only did they RAPE a brand new baby, they also ate the baby. He also talked about how his mother was one of the women who cooked babies and fed them to all of Hollywood. He also talked about how they had direct communications with extraterrestrials and how they were literally getting downloads and literally talking to aliens. I swear to God, when we first pulled it up, a lot of us was like, girl, this is crazy. Now we got to go back and revisit it. He not only talked about that, he talked about how they were getting contact with aliens and how the government got found out about it. He also talked about how it was the aliens, it was the babies, it's all of that is in one book. One book. I can't remember the name of the book, but it's the Shy Lights. Y'all remember the song? Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Y'all remember that song? Oh, I see her face everywhere I go, on the streets and even at the picture show. Have you seen her? Yeah. Tell me, have you seen her? Y'all remember the song? Anyway, that group. Apparently, Joe Jackson sold the churn off doing the ritual, child, when they was a little bitty churn before they became the Jackson 5 that we know. Girl, we got to get back into it. It was a lot going on. This stuff been discussed. They've been doing this. The baby stuff, been. So that's why when the Boosie allegation, not to bring Boosie in it, but to throw him out there, the Boosie allegation with a 5-year-old sound about right. I'm just saying. Yeah. Yup. John Benet Ramsey. Hello. Yeah. I got the audio book. Oh, girl, we was diving down. Now that we know what we know, because see, when I put it out there, I was the only conspiracy theorist, me and a few other people. Most of the other people was there because it was good content. A lot of them probably thought we was crazy. I was like, y'all, I believe it. I believe it. They were like, I don't know who do you goes for. Now we got to go back and look with a different set of eyes. We'll be back around there. Don't worry about it. I want to put it on YouTube because I really do believe that it would do really well on YouTube. I'm just afraid with the community guidelines because of the things, the content in which he talks about it. It's vulgar. It's very descriptive. Does that make sense? The book is very descriptive. He not using words like unalive and no, it's very, yeah. So that's why I didn't want to put it on YouTube because I didn't know how YouTube was going to take it. But anyway, we'll discuss it. Let's move on. Now, y'all remember this whole thing with the boy? So, they had this viral video. This video went viral with the African boy saying that the lyrics to Lion King is oh my God, it's a lion. I know y'all seen that video. There was this African dude. He be on Godfrey podcast, and I ain't gonna lie. The more I've been paying attention to Godfrey podcast, I feel a lot of passive aggressiveness going on over there with them Africans. And I don't watch the podcast. I just be seeing the clips. And it's a lot of passive aggressiveness going on around there. Now, I know y'all like Godfrey because Godfrey will stand up for a Negro in the midst of the enemy. However, you see what I'm saying? It's a lot of passive. I just feel a lot of passive aggressive energy coming from that podcast in certain situations. Anyways, this African dude went on there to tell us that the lyrics to the Lion King was, oh my God, it's a lion. And it goes viral. Let's get into it.
What does it mean? It means, look, there's a lion. Oh my God. You're joking. That is not what that means. That is not what that means. That's exactly what it means. That's what it means. Look, there's a lion. Oh my God. Look, there's a lion. Oh my God. It's a lion.
So that clip goes viral, right? Because everybody was like, what? We sitting up here getting chill bumps and the nigga lyrics just say, oh my God, it's a lion. And you know, the person who wrote this, he didn't too particularly like that. Hold on, let me see if I can find him on here. The guy who wrote the lyrics to the song, who's also an African, he didn't like it. According to him, he says that it basically went against, I thought I could find a picture of him. He was trying to say that it went against, kind of like the meaning or something of it. I don't have a picture of him, but I could pull it up. Let me see, because Godfrey gonna talk about it too. You can see a picture of it, and we'll look at it on there. But the guy, the composer behind the chant, he filed a $27 million lawsuit against the guy for coming on here saying, oh my God, it's a lion, whatever. Now, when that happens, it goes viral because people's like, bro, it ain't even that deep. It was a joke, like whatever. But you got to understand too, this black man, because it's another black African, you know, they got sellouts everywhere in all cultures. But this black African probably got played heavily or handsomely on the song itself. He probably didn't do good business, and he probably wrote that song, composed that song, probably had it performed, and Disney probably screwed him up the yacker real well. And Negroes like that, and he's not a Negro, he's just black. But Africans or melanated people like that, instead of going back to the drawing board, finding ways to get back at their enemy, they typically go look at their brother and want to get back at him next. So instead of him going fight Disney for what is owed to him, I'm just guessing, he want to go to the comedian dude, and now you want to sue him And for $25 million, because you claiming that it's hurting the brand or I don't know, the image of the song. Are you insane, fool? But that's what people do. This is what they do when you put oppressed people, crabs in the barrel, crabs in the bucket, as we call it in New Orleans. Let's get into Godfrey responding. Then we're going to get into the guy responding to the lawsuit who's actually being sued.
Learn More, who's a Zimbabwean comedian. He's the America's Got Talent champion. He's won lots of awards. He is being sued by Lebo M, who is the composer of that song, Circle of Life. He's being sued for $27 million, which we don't know what for. I just found a really, really interesting video.
Here comes a lion, father. Oh yes, it's a lion.
Now, you know this whole Lion King thing, the interpretation of that. Right? So I happened to find a video of Seth Rogen and Billy, Billy on the Street. I think it's Billy Icahn. So they're discussing the Lion King and what that song means.
Here comes a lion. Oh yes, it's a lion. We're going to conquer a lion.
We're going to conquer a lion.
Yeah.
So they did it before us. So they're saying the same thing. Look, it's a lion, father. It's a lion. Oh my, so it's white people saying that it's just a lion. Same thing. And this is years before we did it. And then Seth Rogen sings the song like I did.
Here comes a lion.
That was
it's a lion.
Really dumb, actually.
Did we mention it's a lion?
He goes, look, it's a lion. You know what I mean? So why isn't he saying some about that? You never said, and this is years back. So wow. So I don't know about that $27 million lawsuit. That's some bull. That's ridiculous. Because you interpret something, you're suing for $27 million. So you guys, please watch this video. You let me know if this dude is being ridiculous. Look, it's a lion. Oh my God. So learn more.
So that was Godfrey responding to the lawsuit. And you know what? It is his platform, I think. So as he should. And ultimately, Godfrey made a good point. They got clears on here raping you all the time and you don't say nothing. But as soon as a black dude, another African, come on here and make a comment about the translation of it, now you want to try to get rich off the back of that man? See, treason happens in all cultures. You see what I'm saying? Treason, all cultures have people they need to get rid of. And this man right here seems to be one of them. Because I'm pretty sure that $27 million he could have got out of Disney long before he get it out of Godfrey or this man. But anyway, the man responded, and I want to show y'all the comedian. Learn More is his name, Joce. He responded. Let's get into it.
Hello, everybody. It's Umar Johnson here. So I didn't think I was going to make this video, but because things are getting out of hand, I just had to come here and give you context on what happened and my reasoning on why I chose to dismiss the composer of the Lion King chant, Lebo M. When this man first approached me, he approached me with the attitude of saying that I am disrespecting his work. Right? And I was like, no, actually, I'm a big fan of yours. I actually love the song, and therefore, this was just a joke. And comedy has always had a way of starting a conversation. Like I told him this, I was like, this is now like your chance to actually educate people because now people are listening, I was actually ready to even create a video with him, like, to be honest. I was like, oh, yes, this is it. We can actually create a video together. And after we laugh, then we can, because personally, I had no idea that it had a deeper meaning. But then the moment he called me a self-hating Negro, that's when everything changed for me. I realized that I'm not having a conversation with somebody that actually wants to do that. This person is literally not attacking the joke, but my character. He didn't even I was like, sir, you need to go and watch the actual episode. Go and watch the full episode, 2 hours. That clip was just like a minute from like the 2 hours in talking about African culture and identity. I was like, I suggest you should go and watch that He didn't care. That's when I dismissed. I was like, I'm not gonna talk to this person because there's no conversation, there's no constructive conversation happening here. So for those people coming to me, actually saying to me that, hey, you should apologize to Libo M. No, I never insulted him. He called me an idiot. An idiot. He called me a wannabe comedian. I've won awards all over Africa. I've won awards in South Africa, the Pan-African Comedian of the Year for Savannah Comics Choice Awards. I've won it. I've won awards all over the place. I was on America's Got Talent. I have a career. I'm touring, but I'm a wannabe comedian, a self-hating Negro. So you can hate me all you want for not talking to him, but that's why I'm going to leave. Hello, everybody. It's Umar Johnson here.
I didn't know Africans use the term Negro. Because, Negro is a specific term for Black Americans. You know that, right? So the fact that Africans are calling each other Negro when they wouldn't dare be called Negro during Jim Crow is kind of rich. But I get it. The children weren't here. Maybe their parents were. But no, Negro is a specific term for Black Americans. No other group of melanated people, not even in the Americas, were called Negro. Only us. Well, no. The Hispanics. That's why they call them Negro, whatever. Anyways, no, but I think they used it as a term for Black. It was different. We the ones, it's just us. Anyways, this is the Africans are fighting. And the only thing I could notice is this man's hairline is so far back. OMG. It's like a nigga just set the dreads on the back of his head. He looks so bad. And winning Americans Got Talent does not make you a comedian, but I guess it makes you a comedian when you're in front of weird audiences. He look a mess, and I hope all of y'all get sued. Get him off of here. I don't give a damn. I hope the man gets sued. I hope he gets sued, and I hope Godfrey gets sued. Why? I don't know. Just because I don't give a damn. Get him off of here. Let's move on. I felt like mid-conversation, this ain't had nothing to do with me. Let them Africans windmill, okay? Let them Africans windmill. They ain't got nothing to do with me, girl. Why is you minding them African businesses? You feel me? That's what I was thinking in my head. Mid him explaining. I said, girl, look at that nigga hairline. Why is you sitting up here? Why is you sitting up here entertaining these people, girl? Leave them people alone. Let them people windmill with their bush meat in their hand. Okay. Now let's move on, y'all. I want to show y'all. We spoke about Mary J. Blige yesterday. Mary J. Blige had came on the internet and told us, we spoke about it yesterday on the other channel, so I'll pull it up. But Mary J. Blige did an interview and said somebody had hit her up, somebody that she loved, and told her, girl, you sound so bad. Mary said it was somebody she really loved and adored, an icon. She said this icon hit her up. She said she couldn't wait to meet him. She said, and she went over there to talk to them people, and them people told her, girl, I'm so glad you're here. Your hair look a mess, and you sound a mess. So Mary shared her story about what had happened, and I was speculating that it was Aretha Franklin. But then when we got in the comments yesterday, somebody said Shaka, and I said, ooh, that's a good one. But I was still riding with Aretha Franklin. Turns out it was actually Shaka, and we got the receipts. Before we get into that, I want to get into Mary explain how she met her idol, and they told her she looked a mess and she sounded a mess. Let's get into it.
Sometimes I forget. Mary J. Blige, the superstar.
Yeah, the deals.
I didn't have no money. What's the 411 album was one thing, and you may have heard this before, but I ain't saying no names.
But you ain't saying no names.
I just met this person, and I was so excited to meet them. And this is when, back then when your roots was dark and your hair was blonde, but people didn't know what it was, but we knew what it was. Okay. So this person goes, you really should dye your hair, your roots the same color as your hair. And you need to learn how to sing on key. I ain't saying no names, but I was like, okay, let me go and see if I'm singing flat or whatever that means.
Right.
So, but I ain't saying no names. I was like, that was fucked up because I was excited to meet this person, and I mean like gung ho.
Somebody that you really looked up to.
Someone that I absolutely love so much. And
yeah, that's tough.
And that's what they said to me. Like it was my first time, and they was like, froze me like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was gonna be like, hello, and you know, you need to it was very petty, and you need to sing on key. I was like,
yeah.
I was crushed.
But that's why you speak about being humble and treating people a certain way.
Yeah, I try to treat people kind, but if you do some funny, stupid shit, I might say some, you know, it's not going to feel good. Yeah, but the people do stupid stuff. They say stupid stuff, and I just get them a stupid response.
Yeah,
you know. But I ain't saying no names.
Yeah, we can't be doing that to each other, people. You know, just be nice.
It's life. You can't tell these people that they can't. They going. It's the world. They're gonna do what they do.
Yeah.
And you may have heard this before.
Now, again, I thought it was Aretha, but you got to understand, we weren't in a sensitive society when Mary was first coming up. Mary came up around elder people in the industry who gave it to her straight. That's the kind of women I grew up under. My grandmother and all her sisters, my mama and her sisters, all my first, second cousins that's old enough to be my aunties, all of these women give it to you straight. If you look a mess, they gonna say, girl, you look so bad. If you bald head, girl, you bald head. If you used to be skinny and you gain weight, girl, you done got some big. Yay. That's the kind of family members and women that I come from under, right? So in a time, there was a time where women, elders, would straight up tell you the unadulterated truth, whether you wanted to hear it or not, because you needed to. So I could definitely see any of the elders coming up to her saying, girl, look, you look a mess and you need to start singing on key. Because she did look a mess and she did need to start singing on key. It wasn't a lie. Was it dirty? Could it have come in a different way? Yes. But it wasn't a lie. Mary did used to look a mess and she did used to need to sing on key. I told y'all yesterday at the Dollhouse, the whole What's the 411 album is pitchy. The whole album from beginning to end is pitchy. Okay. So anyway, I was thinking that it was Aretha Franklin. But people was dropping down in the comments saying it was Chaka Khan. Now that makes sense because remember, Mary J. Blige redid Chaka Khan's song, Oh, Sweet Thing. Y'all remember that? Boy, you know you're my everything. Remember Mary was doing all of that? Whoa, whoa, sweet thing. Yay. So I know Mary had did an old Shaka song. So when people were saying they thinking Shaka, I said, now that makes sense. Now this is how I see Shaka. Shaka was always high as the cost of living. Shaka loved a good trip to the Aspens. Her words, not mine, okay? Shaka will tell you the whole 70s was buried in snow, okay? The 70s and probably the 80s too, according to Shaka, okay? Shout out to Shaka. She is big engine too. She's an Indian. But anyway, Shaka will tell you her whole industry years was buried in snow. So Shaka, I can only see her telling somebody that if she was high. But I just didn't see Shaka being a regular, come here, little girl, type of girl. Well, it turns out I was wrong because I went and pulled the receipts, or at least somebody else went and pulled the receipts. There's an audio going around of Shaka telling us or telling somebody about how she had to pull Mary J to the side and tell her, baby, you sound a mess. And you need to do this, that, and the third. And let me say this too. A lot of y'all might feel like it's wrong, but it's not. This is Chaka Khan's song. Sweet Thing comes from Chaka Khan. Okay, that's her song, her and Rufus. Okay, it's something that they created. It's their baby. You got to put yourself in the mind of an artist who created something. And then here comes some Johnny come lately artists, just cover my make way more money and get more popular. And not only are you going to cover it and make more money and get popular, you don't even do it justice. You can't even sing. You got to understand there was a shift happening in music. From the 90s on up is where you start created characters. Well, before that, but this is where a whole wave of created characters started coming in, and they're battling against people who are actual musicians, who can actually sing, who can really play these instruments. So from Shaka's perspective and point of view, I don't blame her saying, come here, little girl. You look a mess. And you gonna sing my song? Hell no. So give that grace to these people. It ain't just about being mean. You got to understand the nuance of these situations. Now let's get into Shaka telling us how she had to get married together.
Number one, her vocals were flat. And I asked her, I said, what time of day was it? A night? What were you doing when you decided to cover Sweet Thing? Where were you at when you covered it? Oh, girl, I've been up all late and I was at 8 o'clock in the morning, girl. I said, girl, you don't sing nothing at 8 o'clock in the motherfucking morning.
Thanks.
Especially if you have to get up to sing it. If you'd have been up all night smoking crack or something, I don't know, might have been a whole different thing. But you don't get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to sing, girl. Number one, her vocals were flat. And I asked her.
So y'all heard Shaka, and it sounds horrible, but she's absolutely right. And I'm going to prove her right. Pay attention. Think about it when you wake up in the morning. You don't have to be a singer. Anybody who wakes up in the morning, when you first start to talk, your voice is at least 1 to 2 octaves deeper. Put a 3 in the chat. I don't care who you are. When you get out the bed in the morning, your voice is at least 1 to 3 octaves deeper when you wake up. Why? Because your vocal cords have settled overnight because you ain't using them, you just breathing. And now it's almost kind of like they got to tune up. They got to get back tuning. So if you're a singer, let's say you're a singer and you're Mary J. If you know you got a gig at 8 in the morning, you don't need to be sleeping, getting up at 6 to go do your gig. You need to be up, using your voice, training your voice, getting it ready, because at 8 o'clock, your voice needs to be a well-oiled machine. So when Shaka said, first of all, you don't need to be singing nothing 8 o'clock in the morning, especially if you had to get up to do it. What she's giving is constructive criticism. What she's doing is giving constructive criticism. It's no different if a clear woman has said, ma'am, if you want the best optimal performance with your voice, you probably shouldn't sing first thing in the morning. You should probably try to wait around 11, 12, maybe midday. Around that time, you've had some lemon water, maybe a little honey and tea, and your voice can get a little more settled. And that's what she could have said if she was a clear woman. But as a Negro woman and an elder who gave it to you straight, she just straight up said, girl, first of all, you already sound a mess. And then getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning to sing, you extra sound a mess. She wasn't lying. She's not lying. She's not lying at all. As a matter of fact, she's absolutely right. And the fact of the matter is, Mary J was very pitchy the entire time she was here. It is not up for debate. If you think that I'm lying, I said it. I used the example yesterday on the show. Go back to the song Be Happy. All I really want is to be happy. Find a love like mine. It will be so sweet. All I really want. That's a whole pitchy ass chorus. It reminds me of the song I told y'all, Lumi D. Promise me if I tell. Uh-oh. 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 I never thought you'd be the one. Make me shine brighter than the sun. You see how that sounds exactly the same? Now take your bias out of it and you know Shaka wasn't lying. Argue with your mom. Argue with your mom. She wasn't lying. And she had every right to tell Mary, you look a mess and you sound a mess, because she did. Now we just couldn't hear it because Diddy had them beats popping. You get it? Diddy had them 808s blasting in our ear. And Mary do have soul to her voice. She do have soul to her voice. So it's hard to hear the pitchiness. Because you just do it, you just bopping. You too busy like this. Don't. Dun, you can't hear all that. You doing this. You don't know. If you stop doing this for 2 seconds and just sit still, you'll hear, all I really want is to be happy. It would be so sweet. I gave her extra on that. Because she ain't even do that. Girl, bye. Let's move on. Yeah, there was Harlem Shaking. They couldn't hear the song. They couldn't hear it. There was Harlem Shaking. Stop Harlem Shaking and listen to the song. Y'all want a Diddy Bop and you couldn't hear the song. Now the secret is out. The veil is lifted, okay? Stop. That's how Diddy got y'all. He Diddy Bop y'all all the way to deliriousness. That nigga Diddy Bop the whole world into deliriousness. It's ridiculous. He actually one of the GOATs, now that I think about it. The fact that he could pull that witchcraft over our eyes, that was good. That was good. That was he deserved. Yeah. He should go down as one of the GOATs. He definitely should. Speaking of the GOATs, are we gonna have this conversation or no? I don't care about clear kids. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. But since we having a conversation, well, I'm bringing it up. Since I'm bringing up the conversation, y'all seen Northwest at this concert bouncing around like a Tatiana? Mind you, she 12. She 12. She 12. I know she built like a woman, but she 12. Although this is all Kanye's fault, he was right. He said Kim was going to sell my children to the industry. That's what he said. He said I refute that. He was right. He was wrong for doing it, but he called it. Northwest is sold to the highest bidder of the industry, okay? And I'm not saying that to bash no child, so don't come over here talking about voodoo over there bashing children. I'm just giving you what's real. Northwest has been sold to the industry at the highest bidder, okay? It's evident. It's evident. So don't come over here dragging for me. Go drag for Kim. She the one got her daughter on display like a slut mannequin at 12. At 12. Anyways, let me stay out them half and half people business. They ain't got nothing to do with me, child. Hello. Let me stay out them half and half people business, honey. Let's get to Umar in this regular school, child. Umar claim he opening the school again, y'all. Oh, Lord, he lying again. Let's go get Umar school. So y'all know Umar has been telling y'all that he is opening the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School of Cap. It'll be an academy where your children could learn to lie. Yeah. It's the Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass School of Cap. You and your children could sign up to learn to lie, because that's all they're going to learn to do anyways. Hold on. That might be, let me drink some water. That might be the Prince of Pan Coochie putting voodoo on my voice, because I'm going to get it out, nigga. Go get it out. Go say what I got to say. Say what I said. Hold on. Let me pull the thing up. I just shared it. Yay. Umar claiming that he got the school coming. Hold on. He said the school on the way. He just did another interview with the Breakfast Club. You know, they over there scratching and surviving for numbers and whatnot. But he said that the school about to be up This time, August of 2027. Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me get the video. Girl, wait, I know you lying. Wait, not this one yet. Hold on. Here you go. Now remember, the Breakfast Club is scratching and surviving for what you call it? They looking for people to come over there and save the sinking ship. But it ain't gonna work. Let's get into Umar down at the school. This him at the Breakfast Club saying that the school will be open by August of 2027. If you or somebody you know want to enroll your child, go down to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School of Bullshit. Check it out.
On Frederick Douglass's birthday, we completed the renovations at FDMG, so we completely done. We just
school is done.
School is done.
Congratulations.
We're just trying to get an inspection now.
You know what I find interesting, Dr. Umar? People would like to say you a scammer, right? And I say Dr. Umar has the school. The school is
I
there.
don't mind the allegations, but show proof.
But the school is there. They can't say you didn't use the money
for 7 years
to buy the building, to renovate it, and all of that type of stuff. But I have heard people say he'll never get accreditation.
Well, here's the thing. You don't need accreditation to be an independent school. You follow what I'm saying? Accreditation is a voluntary process. On a university level, it's a little bit more mandatory. But for grade schools, your right to operate comes from the State Department of Education.
Let me pause him right here. For y'all who don't understand what the conversation is, he's talking about accreditation, meaning if he has a school that is not accredited, then your child will go in vain. That means the government won't recognize your child's education, okay? Now, there's levels to accreditation, and maybe he's talking about on the macro level, meaning, hey, I'm not going under a charter system, so I don't need to have their teachers and their accreditations at my school. Maybe he's speaking on a macro level, but this is very imperative for anybody opening a school because he's right. You do not have to fall under the charter system or under the government and have to deal with those people and their money and their rules. However, you still have to be solidified with the government. That means when these children come out of your school, it has to show that it's an actual school, because if not, the children and the parent will get in trouble because it'll look like they dropped out, and then he will get in trouble. And then also the child's diploma or whatever it is won't mean anything. So keep that in mind.
So I can voluntarily go and get some white people and ask them what they think about my black school. But being Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde, I don't really care about the opinions of anybody outside of my community, so we won't be doing that. So if Charlamagne say, you know what, I don't want to send my child to FDMG because they're not accredited, then send them somewhere else. Because I know what we're about to do. We're about to change the whole game.
You think the State Department of Education will ever agree to have this school?
Why not? I got all the credentials of any white person. In fact, I probably got more credentials than any other white person. So why not?
Because you're black. And
then you about to shake it up.
I mean, there may be some difficulties along the road, but the biggest thing that's going to alleviate a lot of that, we are not a government-funded charter school.
Gotcha.
We are an independent tuition base. If you don't pay, they don't come. So remember, the school we have was a charter school. I used to be principal at a charter school. I used to be vice principal at a charter school. And there's so many hoops you got to jump through in order to keep that funding. It ain't really worth it to me. It's too much. It's too much. And so for me, I'm glad we went the way that we went. It's the first school in American history built exclusively by donations from African people from around the world. Every single continent, nearly every country donated to FDMG.
So what are you going to be opening the doors where students can start?
Well, we got to get a certificate of occupancy. I can't answer that. You feel me? That see, it's always something holding me. If we had it right now, I'm confident we can start August, not this year, because you only got a few months, but of 2027. You feel me? But the question becomes, here we go again. We're completely done.
This is what he does. It's the old dangle the carrot in front of you method. What he does is present something to you as if, oh, y'all, look, it's done. But if you pay attention and listen to him, it's, oh, well, you know, I gotta get certificate of occupancy. Well, then it's not done. It's not done. It's not done until you're ready to open the doors. I don't even hear him talking a lot about who's the staff gonna be. Who are going to be these teachers? He talks about all of these accreditations and all of these credits and diplomas and degrees that he have, but he can't teach the school. Who are going to be the teachers? Y'all ever thought about that? The furthest Umar goes is the building. He never goes other than any place other than that. Who's going to be the teachers? What is going to be the curriculum? Do you have books? Where are the books going to come from? Who's authoring the books? What are the courses? How will the children select the courses? What can these children do with these courses? Can they take these courses and bring them off to college? Can these credits transfer over to the local colleges or even any, there's so many. Nobody talks about none of that. Everybody just see the building. And what he does is plays off the ignorance of people. And when I say ignorance, I don't mean it as a jab. I mean, you just don't know. He plays off the ignorance of people, and he knows that people love symbolism. The building itself is the symbolism. As long as he maintains the building, he don't have to put nothing in it. As long as he maintains the building, he'll have a large group of people that will believe in him. Mind you, it's been over 10 years. The school ain't finished. It can't be open August 2027 because he don't even have a certificate of occupancy today. So that means he still got to get that, which means he's moving the goalposts. He's giving you a false date. Hey, y'all, it's going to be open August 2027. Put that in the headlines. That's not true. He got to get the people to come in there and inspect it. And they don't just inspect the building. They got to inspect what he's going to do, what his curriculum, all kinds of stuff. Mind you, there have been other brothers that have created schools. They got a young brother in Georgia out here. I can't remember the name of this young brother, but he got a small school, and his donations come solely from the local people around there. He got real children. Like in real, he pay out of his own pocket. If somebody know the brother name, drop him down in the chat. But it's a young brother out in Georgia, right outside Atlanta, I want to say, got his own school. Q Butter up in New York, he got an online school as well. It's a lot of young brothers and a lot of young black people, period, that's creating schools. Umar been running the scam this whole time. And the more he run this scam, the more I believe that he's an agent, because there's no way the government, or at least the I, the aura, and the S, wouldn't have had him locked up in prison long times ago. Umar has collected how much money through Cash App, PayPal, and donations, and we still don't have the school. He's definitely made over $1 million, and he's still walking free with his ass? No way. He's got to be an agent. He got to know somebody down there. But again, let him come with the lies.
How long before you give us our paper so we can start planning for the children?
And
I can't answer that.
And with the children, what are you thinking as far as, I guess, attendance? Is it going to be paid? Is it going to be
tuition?
Free? Tuition. So the kids have
they got to pay.
Tuition.
You don't pay, they don't come.
And everything. I got you.
And it's not going to be an issue for us because, number one, my popularity, my expertise, but also the demand. Where we are, if you look at the statistics for black children in Wilmington, if you go across the border and look at the educational statistics for black children in Chester, right? If you go across the border to New Jersey and look at the statistics for black children in Southern New Jersey or Northern Maryland, it ain't great. You follow me? So the parents in that area, they're looking for an alternative to the charter school system that's always expelling their kids, to the public school system who ain't teaching their kids, to the Catholic school system who are always looking for a reason not to allow their children in. And we're going to be just that.
So my question would be, other than the building, what is the alternative? What curriculum are you going to give these children that is going to excel them past the place they would have been had they stayed at their schools? Another question, how are you going to deal with discipline? Because these children who are tired of getting suspended and expelled from other schools obviously have behavioral issues that probably stem from environmental issues from the home. So then how are you going, what programs are you going to implement for those children? Because they definitely need a special care. They do. If you want them to be successful. And it doesn't have to be just with the child. It also has to be connected to the parent. See, these are things that he's talking about. He don't mention this stuff. He'll give you a broad scope of, I'm going to just have a place where these people could come. But okay, you'll open the building, but what's going to happen when they walk through there? You don't have nothing to combat all of the things that you said. All you got is this building with a sign that say FDMG on the side. You know, Umar is a lion-ass Leo, right? You know he's a Leo. You know who else was a lion-ass Leo? Meatball. What's that boy named? Marcus Garvey. Who he named the school after? They all some lying ass Leos. And if you a Leo and you a liar, it's my bad, fat. It is what it is. But he a lying ass Leo the lying ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just on here to tell y'all be foolish to be worried about thinking about sending your child to any one of these nigga schools. He ain't got no teacher. He ain't got no curriculum. He barely got the building. We gonna be in 2037, and this nigga gonna be on here looking like Frederick Douglass himself, talking about the school gonna be done in 2047. Y'all foolish. Get him off of here. The Prince of Pain Coochie strikes again. I told y'all this is all a sham. He's never gonna open up a school. His whole idea was to come out and get a whole bunch of black Americans to be Pan-Africans while he run around the world collecting coochie from all diasporas like infinity stones. That's why I call him the Prince of Pan Coochie. It was all a lie. This whole thing. It was a sham. He never meant to open no school. He ain't never want niggas to unite. It was all a lie for him to collect coochie. And he's done a really good job too. I've seen him. He's done a really good job actually. Actually a very good job. From what I hear and what I see, the girl's been saying that Umar, yeah, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Let's move on. Now, we got to talk about this. Hold on. Hold on. Spiritual warfare is real, right? Spiritual warfare is real. We just was talking about Mama Tina's gumbo. I told y'all two of the easiest or two of the most vulnerable places to attack someone spiritually, even physically, is through the things that they ingest through their mouth and through their head. When you have a baby, when you first have a baby, Black Americans specifically, the first thing we do is cover our children's head and their feet. Why? Because fever and a lot of their body temperature is released through their head and their feet, right? I need y'all to pay attention because this is going somewhere. Black America, this is for you specifically. I don't care about nobody else right now. I'm talking to us because this is a very good infomercial for you. When we have babies, the first thing we do is cover their head and feet because we understand that fever can creep through, sickness can creep through, and their body temperature can creep out through their head and feet. This is also why I tell y'all to go ground every day. Go plug your feet into the ground because if things come out your feet, then things come in your feet. And if you want to get charged, the ground literally will do it for you. But that's neither here nor there. We understand the importance of those portals, or at least those entryways of our bodies. That's why we cover them very well when we have babies, Black America. That's why when we see clear people, the first thing we say when we see them babies, what's the first thing we say? They ain't got nothing on that child head. They ain't got nothing on that baby feet. Put a 3 in the chat. Every Black American, I don't give a damn if they white. I don't give a damn if they other diaspora is Black. Even especially the Hispanics. The very first thing we said was, Lord, they ain't got nothing on that child head and they ain't got nothing on that child feet. That child gonna catch a cold. That child gonna get sick. That's the first thing niggas say when they see children without their head and feet covered. Why is this important? Because those same entryways still exist when you become an adult. And those same entryways are extremely vulnerable the same way they were when you were a baby. Now, when you're a baby, we smart enough, even though it's intuitively, is that the word? Innatively or innate, is that the word? Whatever. Inside, we know that it's powerful to cover these things up, so we do it. But when we become adults, unless it's cold outside, we tend to leave ourselves open. But the enemy understands this, and he plays off the ignorance. And when I say ignorance, I don't mean it as a jab. He plays off the ignorance, us not knowing of that, and that's how he makes his money, and that's how he attacks us through spiritual warfare. Now, recently, there have been this wave of celebrities wanting to shampoo your head. We're just waking up to the idea that the celebrities were poisoning us, or if you haven't waken up to it, I'm going to help you wake up to it. Those celebrities were poisoning us through alcohol. Diddy with the Ciroc, Puff with his liquor, All of these people that had that liquor, that was all spiritual warfare. We have all been under spiritual warfare through that liquor. Why? Because it is something easy for us to ingest and have whatever it was that the enemy wanted from us, we got it. We did it. Because we didn't all, not all, but most of us fell victim to the wave of the liquor. So if you didn't know then, I'm telling you now, that was a way of spiritual warfare, okay? Now, if we fast forward, the same stuff is happening, but they're using a different product. Now they're pushing these celebrities to push shampoo. Now, why is this important? Because I tell Black Americans all the time, first of all, be mindful of who you let in your head and your crown. Because a lot of witchcraft, a lot of spells, a lot of juju, a whole lot of stuff can be done to you through your head. Go watch any freaking any witchcraft movie and stuff like that. They typically try to attack you through your head and through the food you eat, right? And I'm starting to find these witchy ass celebrities that's jumping out the window with these shampoos, telling y'all that a shampoo grew their hair. Now, one thing, I was watching Tasha K live this morning, and she brought up Beyonce shampoo, and she brought up something that was real, that was true. Washing our hair was never nothing that made Black Americans' hair grow. As a matter of fact, when I was young, we didn't wash our hair but every 4 to 8 weeks. Hell, I remember when I was in middle school, I wasn't washing my hair but every 6 weeks? And my hair used to grow down my back. We didn't wash our hair every 10 days. That's what the clear people did. Because the way I understood it when we was growing up was the dirtier your hair is with the earls in it, it makes your hair grow. And she even brought up the fact of dreadlocks. People with locks and braids, their hair grow long AF, fast AF, because they ain't washing it every 6 to 10 days. But because propaganda has now gotten Black Americans to think that we need to wash our hair more often, which really is opposite of what we should be doing. Now we around here washing our hair more often, and here come these celebrities right on time to sell us shampoo. Now, if y'all remember the movie They Clone Tyrone, I'm going to keep bringing it up. They put the hair crack in the shampoo, the conditioner, and the doggone perms. And they were literally attacking the women through the hair products. Y'all can sit up here and say that this is some situation where it's just a conspiracy theory. If you still hiding conspiracy theory in 2026, I truly feel sorry for you. But I'm telling you now, this is an attack. This is a spiritual attack on Black America. All three of these women target their audience to nobody but Black America. They don't target it to the clears. They don't target to the Hispanics. They don't target to the Africans. They all target their product to Black America. And we the ones that need to wake up. Two of these girls are foreigners. Even though Rihanna is Black, she's still a foreigner. So I don't understand why they don't target their products to the people from their lands. But I know why they don't target their products to the people of their lands. Number one, the people of their lands ain't gonna spend money with them the way niggas do. Because we spend money. We drop off big bank when it comes to people we rock with. They know that. Number one. Number two, they don't want to poison their people. They just want to poison us. You get it? But because they're celebrities and they put up these 10-second clips of them having long hair, you dummies are going to think that if you buy their shampoo and wash your hair with their shampoo, then your hair going to grow like that. Not realizing that the very shampoo that you buying to support and get your hair to grow could be the very shampoo that they use to put all kind of spiritual warfare on you. Make you physically sick. You bitches can start getting cancer, all kinds of stuff. Hepatitis. You don't know what's in this shit. All you know is your favorite celebrity is behind the product. And again, none of these people market this stuff to their own people. They all market it to us. And as it pertains to Beyonce, I don't even think she is human. I don't know what that is. I haven't been able to put my finger on this hole since she left Destiny's Child, to be completely honest. Maybe after Crazy in Love. They are using y'all's ignorance, not knowing, meaning you're wanting to be proximity to these celebrities and your idol worship to kill you. Y'all could go ahead on down there buying these shampoos if you want. Shampoo don't grow hair. It never has. These people have professionals that take care of their hair every single day. But yet still all they telling you to do is wash your hair with their regular shampoo. And let me make you laugh. Cardi shampoo is hella cheap. They gonna throw her shit at the Walgreens. They gonna throw her shampoo at the beauty store. They gonna want everybody to buy it. They gonna make it hella cheap because they want everybody to get it on purpose. These are puppets. They don't get to do what they want to do. They got to do what they told. They are puppets. Let me read a little bit of this article. It says there's room for everyone. 3 powerful black women. First of all, Cardi B is not black. This is what I'm talking about, and I'm pretty sure this site is ran by Tether. Cardi B is not a black woman. She's not even Afro-Latina. She is a descendant of the conquistadors. I don't care how coarse her hair is. I don't care how olive she get her skin. She is a descendant of the conquistadors. She's not black. It says there's room for everyone. 3 powerful women, because I refuse to say black, with hair care lines that actually deliver. And we're shouting out every single one of them. It says 6 years in the making and self-funded from day one. Beyonce didn't just launch a hair care line. She built a legacy. C-Cred, or whatever the name is named with combining C from her own name from sacred. Say from her own name with the word sacred, rooted with the rituals passed down from her mother, Tina Knowles. Lord have mercy. Rooted in the rituals passed down from her crazy ass mom, Tina Knowles, and her childhood in Houston salon. Girl. It became a rapid success, reaching 2 million paying customers in its first 6 months. That's the bars. No, the Beehive. That's not celebrity hype. Yes, it is. That's results. Rihanna, Finny Hair, has been known for experimenting with every hairstyle imaginable, and that personal journey is exactly what inspired Fenty Hair. Every product is designed to repair, strength, dry, and smooth, and protect with all hair types in mind. She personally designed and clinically tested every product alongside a team of chemists, R&D experts, and global stylists. The woman does not have step. And then it says, as far as Cardi B, it says, grow good beauty. Before the wigs and the red carpet moments, Cardi B's hair journey wasn't always easy. She started making her own masks in the kitchen, drawing on family recipes. Oh my God. Everybody got a family recipe, girl. And her own research, working to restore her hair after years of damage. Now she's turning that into a brand. Grow Good Beauty launches on April 14th with products rooted in her Dominican heritage and priced so that everyone can get it. It says the People's Champ stays consistent. I'm not telling y'all what to do. What I'm telling you is the downloads that I'm getting is I would not touch this stuff with a 10-foot pole. The biggest red flag is 2 of these girls are foreigners. They don't market none of their stuff to their people. Red flag. The big red flag for all 3 of them they are puppets, witches even. I believe all 3 of them are witches. And if you think Tina Knowles didn't do enough with that witch's brew with that gumbo, she really gonna do a lot with that sacred in your head. I would just say buy it at your own risk, but if I was you, I wouldn't touch it. Let's move on. They're attacking us, y'all. They're attacking us, y'all. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but through principalities, ain't that what the book said? They singing and attacking us, y'all. They singing and attacking us at the same damn time. Now I want to move on to the ATL airport scandal. Have y'all been noticing that there's been a lot going on with Atlanta airport? Not just the Atlanta airport, New Orleans airport. There's a lot of airport scandals going on. So apparently, TSA workers are not being paid, and it is causing security issues, which is also causing the people to not be able to catch their flights. People are missing flights like 90 going west because they can't make it because they taking 6 hours to get through security. Let's get into this. This is another distraction. We're gonna Joce it, but we're not gonna let it take our energy. So let's get into the airport situation that's been going on. So for those of you who don't know, the line to get through security, TSA, is all the way backed out in the parking lot of the airport. They in the parking garage in line to get in the airport to get to TSA to get through security to get to their flights, for those who don't know. I got more. This lady is at New Orleans airport too.
I'm just reporting live from the New Orleans airport. If you are planning on flying out today, you are not flying out today. This is just a sneak peek. There's no end. There's no end. We are not coming home today, tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen. I think we have to road trip, and I'm not over exaggerating this. I've never seen this many people in my entire life. So PSA, if you are flying into New Orleans or out of New Orleans, no, you're not. I'm just reporting live from the New Orleans airport.
So that was that young lady in New Orleans. Hold on, I got more footage to show y'all. Let me get some more footage to show y'all. Here's Atlanta security.
But it's been easier to leave out international.
This is in Atlanta. This line is out the parking lot into the garage, They all by the baggage claim. Look how they packed around baggage claim.
If you are pre-check, join the back of the line.
All right. Hold on, I got some more. It's crazy at the airports, not just that one. It's crazy at other airports as well. Check out this footage. I just started like sharing a whole bunch so I can show it to y'all when I see it. Is this on here? So this look like pictures of it. Is it playing? I'll scroll down. I got some more videos for y'all. Y'all follow me on Twitter, please. And thank you. So as you can see, the TSA, and mind you, this is because TSA The workers aren't working because they're not being paid, okay? They said this TSA line is over 3 hours long. Let me see.
What? We're flying to Philadelphia. Oh, hell no!
TSA line, slow down, coming all the way back. TSA line.
This is crazy. That's New Orleans airport. That is insane.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am reporting live from Atlanta Airport. And as you can see, the line to get in the airport. This is the line to get in the airport. It starts way down there and it goes down here. There are thousands of people stuck outside the airport that didn't even get in the airport. And then inside of the airport, it is the same thing as thousands of people, not hundreds, thousands of people that way to thousands of people that way. And then even in the inside, it's thousands of people everywhere. It's thousands and thousands and thousands of people at the Atlanta airport stuck like Chuck that's not gonna make their flights. So if you flying out of Atlanta, right? If you gotta fly, look at the outside. Look at the outside. I got a ticket just for pulling up and stopping. They gave me a ticket just because I stopped in front of the airport. Oh, this is bad. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am reporting live from Atlanta.
So as you can see, I saw San Francisco airport was backed up too. San Francisco.
Well, right now, MSY is packed with travelers. You can see many people waiting to go through the TSA checkpoint. This has been a scene here now for several hours. We've met many travelers who say these delays have actually caused them to miss their flights completely, and they're hopping back in line now, hoping to make it through a lot faster this time. Airport leaders say this is the result of the partial government shutdown that is underway right now. And at peak, the airport says there were more than 2,000 people that here in line waiting to go through the TSA checkpoint here. You can still see lots of people here waiting right now. Airport leaders recommend you get here at least 3 hours before your flight if you're traveling tonight.
Girl.
Well, right now, MSY is packed with...
You better get there tomorrow. If your flight tomorrow, go today. If your flight is tomorrow, go today. This is at George Bush International. Ain't that Houston?
It's checked is all the way up there. It comes around here, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. It snakes through here, but then you have to take the escalator over there down to the baggage claim downstairs, and that's how you end up down here. Right now, according to that board, it says that the wait is 150 minutes. Not sure if that's accurate. This is all the tea.
That is insane. Insane. So then, all right, so then all of that went viral. This has been going on for the past couple of weeks. As a matter of fact, I told y'all I was in the airport for 8 hours last weekend coming back from New Orleans, right? Well, then it had came out that TSA was going to have ICE agents come to the airport. And people was like, what? Let's get into the video, y'all. Get the likes up on the video.
If you think shit is crazy now, wait until Monday when ICE start working with TSA. And this ain't about security. This is about where things are about to be headed. Truth of the matter is, airports just changed. And people won't even notice that until they're in line. You got some people that are walking the airports on Monday and not even know that they're in danger of being deported by ICE. Trump announced ICE agents will be assisting TSA at airports on Monday. And on the surface, that sounds like extra help, faster lines, no big deal, right? That's how they're about to sell this shit. Look at this shit right here. You can read the rest, but I'm telling you now, a lot of people may have problems come Monday. Think about this. TSA and ICE are not the same thing. TSA is airport screening. ICE is immigration enforcement. And even the reportings around this say ICE agents are not expected to do specialized screening jobs like x-ray. So what they there for then? They're talking about they're there just in case TSA gets overwhelmed. Okay. But they hire ICE to help. So now I want you to think about the bigger picture. Airports are already one of the most controlled spaces in the country. True. Your IDs get checked. Your bags get scanned. Your body gets screened. Your movement is already managed step by step. True. And then they add immigration enforcement into that same environment. All I'm saying is this don't look right. And it doesn't look like it's going to end well. And once we let them do the small thing becomes a routine. Pay attention. If you think shit is crazy now, wait until...
Shout out to the brother. So when they added the ICE agents situation, I'm like, well, what are they doing that for? And then it dawned on me. Oh, so remember, the world is a stage. And remember the theater that we're dealing with, right? In said theater, you have to make sure that these characters, it's like the Truman Show. Everybody gotta be on alert. Everybody gotta be ready. Everybody gotta be where they're supposed to be in order for it to go the way it's supposed to go. Does that make sense? So they would have to get ICE over there because remember, they want chaos. They want us to lose our minds, put all our energy into this thing. They want us to just go ham. So they need to add insult to injury. And I'm not just talking about Black Americans. I'm talking about people, period. So what do? Add insult to injury by putting ICE there. Now, this is the craziest part. ICE is there, but ICE is literally there standing around. And it was in that moment I knew that they only enacted ICE to be there to add more insult to injury, to make sure this ritual, this energy ritual, goes off without a hitch. Now, mind you, let's be clear. Let me show you how the energy ritual gonna go. People are already frustrated being at the airport. I know. I was just there at the airport for 8 hours it's a 45-minute flight from New Orleans to Atlanta. I know I've been catching that since I got out here in 2016, okay? But it is a 45-minute flight from New Orleans to Atlanta. When I just came back last weekend from New Orleans, it literally took me 8 hours to get from New Orleans to Atlanta because of the TSA situation. I found myself, as I waited for an hour and a half for my bags at baggage claim, I found myself getting frustrated. But I also found myself, every time I felt like I was getting frustrated, I would literally tell myself, I would literally have to talk to myself and say, Vu, calm down. Vu, it's a setup. Vu, they want you to get irate. And I started paying attention to the people around me, looking at their clocks, missing their appointments, missing their meetings. People was really getting frustrated, right? So then it dawned on me, oh, this is the play. This is the stage play. This is the theater. They literally shut down these airports, did this whole TSA thing, added the ICE agent because they want y'all to lose your minds. This is a part of the energy ritual. This is how they harvest your energy for whatever witchcraft and whatever money rituals and whatever crap they got going on. And listen, because naturally, humans are going to be triggered by having to have their whole time slowed down because it's almost like somebody taking you out of regular life and putting you in a dream that's in slow motion. What y'all don't understand is subconsciously when the enemy does this, when the government does this, they understand that it literally takes you out of your environment like a fish out of water. And you know how frustrated you are in a dream when you running in slow motion? Or let's say I had a dream one day I was fighting. And girl, in my mind, I was swinging down to the ground. But in a dream, girl, my legs was like this. And girl, when I tell you I was getting towed up in the dream, bitch, toe up. But I was so frustrated in the dream that I started literally gritting my teeth in real life because no matter how fast I tried to swing, in the dream, this girl was tearing me up because my arm just wouldn't go faster. That is what the enemy does when they pull you out of your regular environments and they do stuff like this. It literally takes you into that frustration of being in a dream where you're running in slow motion. Well, oh my God, I want to go fast. I should be going fast. I'm moving fast, but for some odd reason, I can't get the momentum. That's the energy harvesting ritual. to get you flustered, to get you to that level to where you get there and you get frustrated and you do exactly what they started to do. They had people fighting at the airport. I can't play it on YouTube because you know how YouTube is. But they had people getting into whole big old fights. They fighting each other at baggage claim. They damn near fighting TSA and everybody else down there. And then I heard people hollering, where's security? That's the whole point. There ain't no security. Y'all in that bitch in a free fall. It's kind of like prison. If they left the security, if they left all the gates open and said, everybody get it how you live, we only gonna put a few security guards in there. That's the portal that the airport has turned into. It is an energy portal to get you. First of all, the airport is a portal within itself. Let's start there first. But this is an energy ritual for y'all to go up in there because we got to travel. Everybody got to travel. It's for you to get up in there, get flustered so that you can give these people your energy and they can harvest and hone that energy and alchemize that energy for whatever devious, evil, disgusting, vile things that they got going on, like eating babies and stuff. It's a play. This is why even when I found myself getting frustrated after waiting an hour and a half on my bag, I ain't gonna lie, probably 20 minutes before my bag came, I ain't gonna lie, part of me felt like I could say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know what I got in this bitch, but I can buy it again. That's how frustrated I got. But then I thank God that I'm not like I was prior to going through a healing process. Because prior to going through a healing process, I had a real bad problem with patience, like most Americans, right? I had a really, really bad issues with patience to where if I'm somewhere and I feel like it's not going and I get frustrated, like in that dream state where I'm trying to run fast and I can't go, it literally would make me cry. And I would literally want to I physically do things because it just bothered me that I couldn't keep my momentum in which I was at. But I thank God I started grounding and meditating because I was literally able to talk myself off the ledge. But I'm watching other people in the airport not capable of doing that. And like I told y'all, it was in the moment I knew that this is the stage play and this is and we're all actors and extras in the play, both paid and unpaid actors, okay? And these ICE agents are paid agents, and a lot of these other people working at these airports are paid and unpaid agents. They put ICE there to really send y'all up a big one, right? So y'all already frustrated about travel. Now on top of that, they're going to add the ICE agents to make you really upset. So now all the left-wing people who swear to God, ICE is the worst thing since sliced bread. Now they're going to all make their videos and get all of their people all riled up and more energy harvesting. You get it? So be mindful of this when y'all catch these distractions. Like I said, we all got to travel. We all got somewhere to go. But at some point, sometimes just think, sometimes God could be stopping you from going somewhere or doing something for your better good. Okay? Because I know I got to fly to New Orleans for Easter. But I tell you what, if the airport look like this, my little watermelon head ass going to be sitting right here. I would love to go home. My auntie got a crawfish burger. My uncle already told me he putting oysters on the grill and everything. I would love to be home. But I tell you what, if the airport look like this in 2 weeks, I'm going to sit my ugly ass right here in front of the chair and we going to Joce. Because maybe, just maybe, there's a reason I don't need to be in New Orleans that weekend. Now, if God said the same and the airport's clear up, I will be down there second lining and coochie popping. But if not, I'm going to be right here. And that's okay. Stop letting these outside external entities influence your energy. Take that energy you could be putting toward being upset at the flight and go build something. Go create something. Go do your genealogy. You get it? It's so much you could be doing. And let me tell you something. One thing about alchemizing energy, because that's all it is. It's alchemizing energy. Instead of getting mad at this, take that mad and go make it productive and use that mad energy to do this. When you alchemize that energy, do you know you have a higher chance of succeeding? Meaning, let's say somebody came to your house and they pissed you off on purpose. And instead of you falling into being pissed off and having your whole day ruined, let's say you say, you know what, bitch, I got you. Instead of being mad at you, I'm about to go write a song. And let's say you write a song. The song have a higher probability of being a hit, not because you're just that great. That's part of it. But it's really because you took your energy and their energy and you alchemized it and made it to. That's how you become a magician. You take that negative energy that was meant to bring you down, along with your positive energy, and use it to your greater good. The enemy understands this well. That's why they do energy harvesting rituals on us all the time, and we have no idea. Okay? So please, if you know what I'm talking about and you follow what I'm saying, don't fall into the trap where you get, oh, I hate this. I'm supposed to go somewhere now. Don't do that. Take that energy and put it to something that can help you. And I promise you, you have a better chance of it working out, because it's not just your energy. It's that negative energy too. Become the magician that you are, because you are melanated people all over the world. All melanated people, you are magicians. Become the magician that you are. Okay? Let's get into a little bit of TSA. Look at the enemy trying to get me not to say it. Gonna say it. Look at TSA at the airport. So those are ICE agents at the airport being harassed by locals. Let me show you how crazy this stage play is. The ICE agents are actors. Even the people yelling at the ICE agents are actors. You know who are not actors? The regular people standing around like this. I'm going to say it one more time. The ICE agents are actors, paid actors. And the people hollering, get out of here. You guys suck. We hate you. They are also paid actors. The only people that's not paid actors is the ones like this. Let me show you how clever, because the enemy is not smart, just clever. They understand that most people are followers, because it just is what it is. Most people are followers. And what they know is all people have to do is see that happening, especially if you've already been indoctrinated to believe ICE is just the worst thing this side of Mississippi. So then what is the people going to do? Jump right on the bandwagon. Yeah, get out of here, ICE. I hate you. And let me show you how I bleed off into the black community. So the black people who are very left-wing leaning, the ones who believe in the Democrats, they've already been indoctrinated to hate ICE too. Mind you, ICE don't do shit to niggas. Ain't never did shit to niggas. But black people have been indoctrinated through politics to hate them. So now the black people who ICE don't have nothing to do with, they gonna see it and go, yeah. See, that's what y'all get voting for Donald Trump. See, that's what happened. That's what y'all got. Vote for that. Mind you, ICE being at the airport don't affect a nigga this side or the other side of the Mississippi. It won't matter though. All they're gonna do is fall in line, just like the Truman Show. Fall in line to shame like everybody else. And amongst these people are paid and unpaid actors. We spoke about that on Educational Friday. Make sure y'all check out Educational Friday. I did a bit on how Brown versus Board of Education was a stage play. I'm on it. I'm early. I know I don't get a lot of views. It's gonna catch. It's gonna catch, because Brown versus Board of Education was another stage play. This right here is another Medea production and a stage play. The whole ICE being deployed there, all to get you in your feelings for your energy, to harvest your energy. These crisis actors, these people that be at these doggone what do you call it? These protests and these march, crisis actors, to get you to give your genuine energy to the powers that were or be or whatever you want to call it. Okay? Mind you, keep that in mind. So if y'all got traveling coming up, unless you want to do a road trip, honestly, I would check on that. I haven't bought my ticket for New Orleans yet. I normally buy my ticket. I buy my ticket the day before and catch that bitch the night before, girl, and that ticket be cheap as a dog. Do you hear me? Y'all want a trick? I don't buy tickets for in advance. I buy them right before it's time to go. Because the trick is, and I figured this out on my own, the trick is the airport makes most of their money off of you planning and failing. So basically, let's say you missed your flight right before the flight took off. They're going to make all their money. They make the most of their money also off of you planning your trip. So meaning, oh, girl, next year we going on our trip. That's what they mean. That's why they hike the prices up for 4 hours in advance. But if you catch the airport in between those windows right before your trip, like a couple of days before the trip, typically Tuesday, Wednesday evening times, you can get flights for dirt cheap. Bitch, I done bought $40 flights. Stop acting crazy. I done bought $50 flights, bitch. What's up? And this is the crazy thing about, because I learned this off of I'm a study. I told y'all I study stuff. So there's this site called Hopper. It's an app. I got that to learn how to when to buy flights, right? So then I realized, I said, well, what the hell Hopper doing? How they know when to? Then I started looking at Hopper and I said, oh, they telling you when to buy because they just basically watching the flight algorithm. That's all they doing. Watching the flight algorithm. Girl, and I realized Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, in the middle of the week, when ain't nobody hardly flying, that's when you buy your flight fast. And you will get it for the dirt cheap, low. But if you don't get it Wednesday night and wake up Thursday morning, that bitch gonna be high as the cost of living. I'm telling you now. So I'm just saying, I'm just giving y'all a trick. I buy all my flights. My flight to London was $400, $450. I got that bitch 2 weeks before I left. No, a week before I left. Stop acting crazy. I bought the bitch a week before I left. Said what I said. Said what I said. It works for me. I'm just giving y'all a tea. At any rate, let me read the rest of these super chats. Yeah, girl, get y'all money. Get y'all money, honey. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat. Says, were Jesus and Mary Magdalene Black Americans? Absolutely. Without a doubt. Yeah. They were Black Americans. As a matter of fact, Jesus is said to have lived between the Virginia, Mississippi, Carolinas, not Virginia. From what I saw, Carolinas, he was in those areas. Carolinas, Mississippi, in between them areas. Yeah. They Black American. Yeah. All of the Bible characters are Black Americans. Everything that y'all were taught that were African, reverse it. They Black Americans. Mansa Musa, Black American. All of them people that they told you were African were really you, okay? But the Indian were you. Nicole Smith, thank you for the super chat, says, North get it from her mama. Yeah, her mama was pimped out as a young whore. And now she making her one. It looked like Chris was a young whore too. Because see, we don't talk a lot about MJ. And a lot of y'all don't know who MJ is. That's Kris Kardashian's mom. See, we don't talk a lot about that. We talk about how Chris pimps out Khloe, Christian, and the rest of the kids. But we don't talk enough about Chris' mom. Her name is MJ, is what they call her. Because I'm pretty sure Chris was selling coochie at 6'2". The apple ain't falling too far from the tree. MJ created Chris created Kim, and now Kim created North. The apple ain't falling far from the tree. MJ is the mama name. That's their grandma name. Y'all don't watch reality TV. I told y'all I am a reality TV connoisseur. I was the first one I was on the first episode, girl, of the Kardashians. I know these people. I was there. Yay. I remember they announced the show, Ryan Seacrest. I remember he announced that he was doing the Kardashians. I remember the first commercial, girl. I was there. That's why all my bios say reality show queen, because I was there. I'm not even bullshitting. I was there. So I know MJ. MJ is the grandma. That's Kim mama. That's Kim mama. 75 Dynamite, thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. Says, remember Rio Hair Naturalizer System infomercial? Yeah, I remember that Rio Naturalizer. Remember, it came in like a white bottle, I think. I remember that. I ain't seen that in a long time. Thank you for the super chat. Deserving one, thank you so much for the super chat or super sticker. I appreciate you. And channel your power with Akasha. Thank you for the super chat. Says, I just saw a Facebook post about Cardi. Her people dragging her for the ad in Spanish. And it sounds like she speak broken Spanish. That's the worst part. Cardi better go lay with that ugly ass shit. We don't want it. And Nicole Smith, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Cardi is a chemist who can't speak English. Girl, Cardi ain't no chemist. Cardi is a what? She might be a lot of things, but a chemist ain't one of them. Do you hear me? That whole Cardi might be a lot of things. Do you hear me? Listen to me and listen to me good. But a chemist ain't one. Okay? Thank you, Nicole Smith, for the super chat. And with that being said, y'all go ahead on, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Shout out the replay gang. Make sure y'all hype me up. And I will catch y'all tomorrow on the Joce. See y'all later. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. Pay it forward. Don't pay it back. Love y'all. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.